What's up, guys? It's Cooper Webb, and you're listening to the MotoXpod.
Hey guys, what's up? This is Aaron Plessinger, and you guys are listening to the MotoXpod.
Save me from myself. My arms and legs are bound like an aging corpse from another world. I'll scream the truth 6 feet underground. Feel the life inside yourself. Watch your enemies dispel. If I can find a way to avoid this fate.
All right, it's that time again. We are back for another MotoXpod. This is episode 404, brought to you by Yamaha Motorsports and Race Tech. Great show lineup this week. We got Monster Energy Yamaha Star Racing's Cooper Webb and Triumph Racing Factory Team's Jordon Smith, both going to be on the show. We got lots to talk about, lots of cool segments. I think we're going to have some fun tonight in studio. Helping me out, as always, Scotty Thompson. What's up, Scotty?
What's going on, man? How's it going?
It's going good.
Yeah?
Good. Yeah. I
Saw
think.
your the Redis prep. I'm sure we'll get into that.
Yeah, we might get to my video and all the comments. We might do that. We might do that. Before we really get rolling, I want to remind everybody about the MX Simulator Pro Nationals. Got to find that read. Thought I had it. And this, why am I always off the game? MX Simulator Pro Nationals fire off live on Start Your Systems YouTube channel tonight. Don't miss the action as the best players in the world look to dethrone defending champion Seth Carr as the gates drop on 4 30-minute plus 2-lap motos with ever-changing conditions. Start Your Systems YouTube channel starting at 8:30 Central, 6:30 Pacific. Lots of fun. These guys are ripping. We'll have some of it playing on the background on the YouTube. If you're watching live on YouTube, we'll have that playing in the background in a little while.
On the YouTube?
On the YouTube.
On the
Man,
line?
I am officially old.
Is that going to be online or?
on the net?
On the
what are, like at the Walmarts?
Yeah.
Sorry, man. I'm
YouTubes.
officially, well, I've been old, but yeah, I'm old as dirt.
Yep.
That's, God dang. I mean, that's even saying that is just how old I am. So stupid.
We speaking of feeling old, we went to Hurricane Harbor, which is a water park. And for those that don't know, it's a Six Flags edition water park. And like, I'm still a big kid and at heart because like there was some slides and stuff that like I just like, hey, I want to do that one more time, but like I still feel old. Like I felt like a Gramps.
Yeah.
Like why? But I still had fun, so that's all that matters.
There you go. As long as you had fun, yeah.
But like looking around,
it's just a number. It's only as old as you feel, and I don't feel old, but when I see the number, like it bothers me. I mean, I made a big deal last year where I didn't want anybody to talk about my birthday when I turned 50.
I don't care.
I didn't care as much a couple days ago, but now I'm like kind of let it go. But still, even like Monday night.
Yeah, you just had a birthday, huh?
Maybe.
Happy birthday if you had one.
Yeah, maybe.
Belated.
Sure,
yeah,
maybe. Yeah, we got stuff to talk about though. We will talk about my riding video I posted. Let's talk
Loretta's prep.
Yeah, Loretta's prep for sure. Let's quickly, before we get to Jordon Smith here in a few minutes, Southwick and the Coonan experience. Really, I mean, we could talk about the Lawrence brothers. We could talk about Davies winning. We could talk about collarbones, but Sasha Coonan.
Mm-hmm.
What an experience!
Yeah, what a show!
Like, what did you watch live, or you said you were at Hurricane Harbor?
I watched it in post.
Okay, so just what are your thoughts on Sasha and what he could do next year? Like, for the good, I mean, he could obviously, if he's that damn fast, he could win everything, or he could go to the hospital. Crazy. Incredible watching what he did, though.
Yeah, that was amazing. And, like, just seeing how much he beat up on everybody else. I mean, it's a sand track, so it's a little bit of bias.
Dude, it's barely a sand track.
But that's what they grew up in.
Yeah.
It's like second nature for him. He probably thought it was the easiest sand track he ever rode. It's probably why he was going that fast.
Yeah.
But like also seeing the way he rode and how he rides, like the biggest question mark is we got to make it through Supercross. Like that's going to be terrifying.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Watching him go through whoop sections several times after weekend. Like,
why is your voice so high?
I don't know, because I'm
Watch him go through.
Yeah,
Whoops.
That's going to be interesting.
It really is. I'm excited though for it.
Yeah,
I'm really stoked for these guys to come over, and there's so much talent there. And even like with Lucas, Lucas and Moto 1 having the crash and coming back, like those kids are gnarly. I hate that they're not going to be at Ironman.
Yeah,
because I would really like to see them there.
I was telling one of my buddies that like follows super racing, but not as much, and he mentioned something about the Coonins, and I was like, I told him, I was like, well, the quote unquote finger quotes slower one won the 250 class by 35 seconds in the first moto.
Yeah,
the slower one.
Yeah.
It's crazy when you think about it, stuff like that.
It was very, very impressive. Just Southwick as a whole, it's cool. I mean, it's the sand track that we have, different vibes, not really any big jumps other than like jumping off that wall into that hole. It's just those guys are just sending it. And so did you consider it a good race? Because I heard a few people say it wasn't really, and I thought it was. As
far as like I appreciate Southwick, and I appreciate that it's a different kind of racetrack, and it has its lore, and it sometimes makes for good racing. It shakes up the series because it's a different style track. But as far as just like aesthetically or physically watching it, it's not my favorite. Okay. I get very bored watching it.
I don't like that word for racing, but that's fair.
Well,
that's
not.
I
mean,
I know
the bored's a little harsh.
I know what you're saying. I was really entertained by it, mainly because of the storylines, I guess. You know, with Jed and Hunter.
Yeah.
And the foot peg, got tired of hearing about that. But the Coonins, you know, and then just the injuries. Like I as a whole, I really enjoyed the race. Was there massive battles going on? Not that many, but there's guys making passes come from the back. Like, yeah, I thought it was good.
There's moments in both first and second moto where watching both Lawrence brothers and Hayden, like they were running a pace. Like Hayden ran that pace for a while. That was cool to see. They were kind of, I guess it was kind of interesting to see Jet through the first moto away, Hunter through the second moto away. Mm-hmm. That was, that's a cool deal. Or interesting. I don't know about cool, but that was an interesting factor in it. I mean, it was a solid weekend.
I say this a lot, so we won't focus too much on the racing because the other post race and Vital post race, PulpMX review show, everybody, the PulpMX show, they get into it all so much. So what I really would like to do is we're just over halfway. I want to kind of go back through our predictions from before the season started, see if anything's changed for you.
Okay.
We're not allowed to change our picks, but if you were allowed to, I
don't even remember what I picked. So
I got them. So let's start with number of overall winners. That was the first topic we got into. I said 5, and you said 4. There's been 2. So we both said the Lawrence brothers. I said Eli Tomac, Hayden, and Jorge would get a win. You said the Lawrence brothers, Hayden, and Eli. So you didn't go with Prado.
Okay.
All right. Clearly, if I could change mine, I'm going to change it probably to 3. And I would say Prado. I'm kind of like, I want to say one other person gets one. I don't know if I could pick. Okay, I'm going to go. What did I have my picks? Yeah. All right, I'm going to go. Hayden gets an overall before it's over.
Yeah.
If I could change it.
I think so.
3. Would you change from 4 to anything
No,
different?
and based off of recent news, I'm sure we'll talk about it at some point, but I'm going to keep my original 4.
Okay. All right.
Recent news says we got one coming. We got one of those guys coming back, and the process of elimination, figure that out. But I'm going to stick with it.
Okay. All right. Champions. I said Jet. You said Hunter. Part of me does want to change the Hunter, but I'll stick with Jet because.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with mine.
Okay, so I got 2 more.
But it's going to go by who makes the least amount of mistakes at this point.
And I want to get back to that in a second with the topic I brought up last week, but let's do these other 2 predictions real quick. First time winners. I said 2, Prado and Hayden. Obviously, I'm going to change that to just Hayden based off my first pick. You said the same thing. You agreed with me.
Okay.
Which is funny Because if you agree, I didn't notice this before. If you agreed with me, you said Prado and Hayden, but you didn't say Prado for your overall winner.
Yeah,
so
I'm loose with I'm a loose program. I'm a loose program.
All right, what would you say today for first time winners? Will we see one?
I think Hayden.
Said,
I think Hayden gets one.
Okay.
I wouldn't be that surprised if Prado was, but
250 champion. I picked Levi. You picked Seth Hamaker. Obviously,
that was going good for a while, but
I'm gonna stick with Levi. But changing to Davies would be pretty strong.
Man, freaking Joe, dude.
I know. It's a bummer.
I'm so...
Yeah.
It was his. This was his chance.
Yeah.
I'll say, since Hamaker's out, I will pick Davies.
Well, you're not allowed to, but we can't change anything. But
I thought you said we could change it.
No, I said if we could, would you?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, Hamaker's out, so I mean, I'll pick Davies.
You'd pick Davies. Okay, yeah. All right. I didn't write down TJ since he's not in. Maybe next week we could kind of touch on this with him a little bit or something. So my topic last week was, is Hunter Lawrence the best rider in the world? Right? Just a random question. No way to answer it. All right. Is Jet back to being the best rider in the world? Is Lucas the best rider in the world? Like, where are you today after Southwick?
Who's the best rider in the world?
Who's the best rider in the world right now?
Oh.
I'm not on the table, by the way. You can't pick me. You saw the video.
Yeah. I was thinking about it.
I knew you were.
So we're talking about July 15th, 2026. Who's the best rider in the world?
Yeah.
Sasha 1A, Jet 1B, Hunter 1C.
Stop it. You
Hurling's 1D.
Stop it, man.
I put them in order.
No.
They're all...
Who did you say was 1A?
Sasha.
So you think?
I'm sorry, Lucas.
Okay,
sorry, they're twins. I get them mixed up. My bad, guys.
All right, so you think Lucas is the best rider in the world?
Yeah, I mean.
Okay.
Well, maybe not now because he broke his whatever.
Sasha broke his collarbone.
Yeah, but Lucas he's hurt. Didn't he get hurt or he just got banged up?
I think he's fine. Yeah. Okay. He just chose not to race. Yeah, I think he's fine.
I think in any given week, in any four of those guys can be the best. So that's why I do the 1A, D, C,
I think I agree with you. I don't until Jet's foot is healed. I can't say he's the best rider.
It's not his heel; it's his ankle.
Well, you know what I meant.
Sorry.
Okay, fine. You know what I meant.
It's healed.
Yeah, until it's like doesn't affect him at all, and he doesn't have to ride with this extra peg. And okay, that's not even fair.
I thought the peg was cool.
Yeah, maybe 6 months from now, he's like, yeah, no problems, but I'm sticking with the peg. So I can't really say. You guys understand what I'm saying? If he gets back to where it's not affecting him in a negative way at all, or it's just this is the way it is. I can't put him as the number one guy right now. So I'm going to go Lucas, but I think Hunter's still really close. I'm not ready to take like you went 1A, 1B. Hunter is like a 1.5, which technically makes him 2. It makes him 2. So he's 2. That could change again, man, without them racing each other. It's just so hard to say, but yeah, I'll go Lucas.
Okay.
I'll go Lucas. Okay. We got a couple minutes before I got to call Jordan.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and just very quickly. Actually, Race Tech. Race Tech's going to bring you Jordon Smith in a minute. If you guys are interested in doing their suspension seminars or their engine seminars, you can sign up today at racetech.com/seminars. The suspension seminars start November 7th, and they go through the 13th, depending on which ones you can take. They have suspension theory class, shop skills class, shock dyno class, and an advanced class. You can take them all, take the first one, but it starts November 7th. And then the engine seminar starts November 14th through the 15th. That's a Saturday and Sunday, I believe. So you guys get signed up if you're interested. They will teach you all they know. They are willing to share all their information. It's really great classes. Okay.
Did you do Yamaha?
What's that?
Did you do the Yamaha read?
Good job, man. Thank you.
I didn't.
Yamaha Motor USA opening chat. Yeah. We don't just build motorcycles. We engineer legends from championship podiums to off-road trails. The YZ platform has defined dirt bike excellence for generations. Whether it's the dominance of the YZ450F, which we'll be talking to Cooper Webb in a little bit, the YZ250F, or the beloved YZ252 stroke, every YZ is built for riders who push harder, ride faster, and demand the best. So unleash victory and ride Yamaha. Visit YamahaMotorsports.com to see all the models, street and dirt, side-by-sides. Go to your local dealership. Check them out. We are down to we don't have time to get to the topic. Let me try to get Jordan.
Real quick.
Yep.
Were you disappointed in Prado? Or is Prado disappointed himself? Or you?
Yeah. I am at a point where I need to see more out of him.
That was kind of his. This was the benchmark, right? This is what he claimed that with a different bike that he would win, and he he didn't even beat Deegan, which he's done. But.
Right. No, you go. Yeah, I expected more out of Jorge at Southwick for sure. But we'll get back to that in a minute. First guest of the night's on the line. He's going to be brought to you by Racetech, which for over 40 years, Racetech has been supplying the motorcycle industry with high quality suspension components made right here in the USA. From modern to vintage, Racetech is your go-to source for suspension performance. Visit racetech.com, get you some gold valves, hit up your local service center. Guys probably at their track riding motos with you right now. Racetech tonight brings us from the Triumph Racing factory team, Jordon Smith. What's up, Jordan?
Yeah, what's up, boys?
How you doing, man?
Not too bad. Just chilling, trying to get some recovery in after Southwick.
Yeah, well, yeah. But still, I bet you're a little bummed. We haven't talked about this yet. I mentioned it on Pulp when I called in tonight, but you had a chance tonight to strap into a dirt late model. You a little bummed that didn't work out?
Yeah, it's still gonna happen, but maybe next week or something. So
okay,
I'm ready to get in it though. Definitely have a friend so I've been super into car stuff. I got iRacing at the end of last year.
We heard about it. Yeah,
and I've been just absolutely addicted to it. So been super into cars and been to a couple NASCAR races this year. Went to a few last year and. I made a couple friends, some of the drivers in NASCAR, and just been itching to get in a real car. So
absolutely,
have a buddy that really good friends with Gage Linville. That his son, they used to train at MTF, used to ride dirt bikes, and he quit to race late models. And so they're gonna let me drive one. They're renting out the track. They're gonna do some testing, and they're gonna let me drive one of theirs. So and then. Possibly later this year, I might be hopping in an ARCA car to do an ARCA test.
Wow, right on. Well, all right, we'll get when we get to the end of this interview, we may come back to this because I do want to ask a little bit more about it. But let's start off with dirt bikes since that's the primary focus. Listen, man, first year on a 450, developing a new bike, a lot going on. I think at the end of the day, if from my perspective, I think you've had a really good season. I was kind of curious where you feel. Like, are you at all disappointed? Are you happy with where you're at? Like, how do you feel today?
I mean, I definitely not happy with how the results have been this year. Starting in Supercross, it was a pretty tough Supercross season. Felt like we started getting some stuff figured out towards the end of the year, and then had a big crash at Salt Lake, which wasn't good. And then to start outdoors, came in a little bit banged up. And, didn't start out anywhere close to where I wanted to, right? I was, kind of battling for like 16th-ish to 20th, I'd say. And, we've made a lot of progress. Obviously a lot of people are out that were there at round one, but just the gap to that next group of people and to the leader and stuff has shrunk and gotten a lot better there. So, results, a couple top 10s, the last two of the last three top 10s, and was close to the top 10 at Redbud too if I didn't tip over there about halfway through the second moto. So I'm proud of the progress that we've made, right? Like it's been a very trying year, very tough. As when seen, there's been changes around Triumph and stuff. So it's been a tough year, but I'm proud of the effort that everyone's given, and for myself to just kind of keep pushing. It seemed like at times I've been so far away from where I want to be that it seems almost insurmountable to get there. Right? It's like been so tough. So, but I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel now. It felt good I think last weekend in the second moto at Southwick, I battled Coop for sixth in that moto, and then Mickle got me at the end. But I think that was like honestly one of the first like meaningful battles that I felt like I've had all year, so to be having those little wins is good.
Yeah, so I have two questions I want to ask you based off some of the things you just said. One, going into the season, knowing all these hurdles, again, first year on a 450 full-time, new bike. You just said you're a little disappointed in how things have gone, but like, what did you expect? Honestly, going in, you knew you had to know there's going to be struggles. It wasn't going to be completely smooth. So, what above what you're doing, what did you expect?
I mean, I definitely expected myself to have more speed, right? Like I feel like I've always had speed. And this year it's been really tough, like qualifying very far in the back every time, for where I expect myself. I just felt like it was tough, right? Because I came off of the shoulder injury. I dislocated my shoulder at the last round of SMX last year. Had to get surgery on it. I probably had, I don't really remember exactly, but it wasn't more than 3 weeks on the bike before I went racing in Dallas, which is not much time, right? Like on a brand new bike, in a new class, coming off a shoulder injury. Like I should have probably had lower expectations going in, but I didn't. I'm a racer. I show up. I want to do good, right? Like I believe in myself, and I was riding really good at the practice track. Like I hopped on Supercross right away and was riding really good. My lap times compared to the other guys at the track were really good. I felt like, hey, like I came in at Dallas. Like I really wanted to wait until I wanted to wait until Birmingham to come back. But that was like that would have been like a whole nother month for me to get ready. And looking back on it, maybe that would have been the smarter thing to do, right? But there was no one out there on the 450. They were ready for someone to be out there. I got on the bike and felt really good at the practice track, felt good, and went racing at Dallas, and that didn't go good at Dallas, didn't go good at Daytona. It went terrible at both of those. And then Indy came around. I did okay at Indy. Birmingham did better. Felt like we were in the right direction, and then we took some more steps back. It was kind of just a roller coaster all year, of good and bad. But I mean, back to your question, expectations of where I expected to be, like, I expected to be when I was riding pretty good, like on my better nights, like I definitely expected to be in the top 10, right? And be closer to that group of like 5 to 7, and like kind of trend to that area. And I felt like I've just been so far away from that. It was like I had a decent race. Like, did I feel good riding? No, but I would end up like 13th, and not even close to that group of like the 7 to 10 people, And that was the frustrating part of it, was just like I just was never feeling comfortable, and it was like really hard to just kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel, like to keep working.
I can understand that. When you say like 12 or 13, I go, well, okay, when you look at everybody around you, there's a lot of good guys around you, but then the gap between those guys might be the big thing. But
for me, exactly. For me, I mean, it was like, you look at the results sheet, and it was like, for the most part, I was like the last factory guy on most weekends, right? And then like the guys that I was beating, yes, I should be beating, but it was like the gap to those guys that like I should be battling with was just way bigger than what I wanted, right? And that's like, for even in outdoors, like that's what I've been trying to kind of focus on, is like, not necessarily like, I know I'm not going to go out and podium right now, right? But like those little wins of like moving up the, obviously result, like getting inside the top 10, but then also, some weekends there's like 3 or 4 extra guys. Like this weekend at Southwick, you had a couple of the Euros there, so there's 3 or 4 extra guys. So the result number doesn't always show the pictures. I've been trying to kind of look at those times and look at at the end of the race, how far back from the leaders and how far back from like the 5th, 6th place I am, and that those gaps are closing. So that's what we're looking for, is that progress.
You use the term, I think twice, of being so far away. And is that overall the whole package? Is that just being comfortable on the bike? Is that physical fitness coming off the injury? A little bit of all of it. What is it specifically where you feel in moments you're so far away?
That's been the hard thing, is trying to kind of figure that out, is exactly what it is. Like, there's been moments this year that, I feel like my riding is like just absolutely horrible with how I feel on the track. Like I just feel like no matter how the bike is handling, how the bike is working for me, I should be better than that, you know? And then there's been other moments where I'm like, dude, like I really feel like we need the bike better here, you know, and stuff. And we've gotten the bike a lot better. The bikes kind of really came around, especially going into outdoors. It got a lot better, and it's been a big help for me having Mikkel on the bike as well. Like in Supercross, I was just by myself, right? So it's like kind of hard sometimes because I'm a rookie on the 450. I don't really have a lot of 450 experience, right? I have a lot of experience riding a dirt bike, but I don't have a lot of experience on a 450. I'm coming off of an injury. So it's like there was times where I felt like it was this, and maybe some of the guys on the team are like, I think that's okay. You need to learn how to ride a 450 that way, you know?
Yeah.
And that's where it's kind of hard sometimes. It's like, I really, you know, and that's where it was tough with just me being on the bike, you know, because I had no one else to kind of verify what I was saying at times. So it's definitely helped because there's a lot of those things now that Mikkel, him and I are on the bike and we're complaining about the same thing, you know? So that good. Makes it, whenever there's two of us, it's a lot easier to be like, hey, you know, we need to get this fixed. So.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah, Jordan, you know, you mentioned the getting used to the 450 and transitioning to that. And you also mentioned earlier that you're maybe not quite have found as much speed as you would have liked. But honestly, I'm okay with you not finding as much speed if we're working towards being maybe more consistent. Do you think that journey through Supercross at the beginning of this 450 transition was maybe why a lot of the mistakes and tip overs and crashes were happening, because you knew a certain level of speed that you were trying to reach, and that's what made you mistake prone?
Honestly, I don't really think it was. Like, that was one of the problems too in Supercross. Is like, I would come back and I'm like, you know, the first two rounds, I think I crashed 2 or 3 times in both of the main events. And I'm like, come back and I'm like, guys, I'm not even I'm trying to go slow and I can't even go slow safely. You know, that was the problem. Like, I felt so uncomfortable at the races. Like, I would just, like, if you guys saw me ride at the test track on Tuesday and Wednesday, going to Dallas or going to Daytona, I mean, you would think that I was going to go in top 5, you know, and then I get there and the tracks are way different, a lot more rutted and stuff. And it was just really, really tough. And that's where the whole feeling so far away came from, is like, it didn't matter how I was trying to ride safely and just get laps in, and I couldn't even do that. You know, that was the hard part of it.
Yeah. So you still there?
Yep.
Okay,
yep.
cool. With the race development of that bike, I know you've already kind of talked about having some input, talking about things with the team. How does that work during the week when you need to be working on, say, fundamentals or sprint laps, et cetera, but then you also are still developing this new bike? Does it really slow down the progress of being ready for a race versus getting the bike ready for the next race, if that makes sense?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, during Supercross, we were just nonstop testing all the time. And, you know, I may have even been a little bit kind of too involved with what was going on, like what was being tested, what was being changed, and that kind of stuff. Like, we actually had to kind of have a little bit of a talk with the team. And like, I was even part of it, right? Of being like, hey, like, I need to focus on me. Like, I have problems that I need to focus on. And I don't need to have all this extra stuff of like what we're changing, why we're changing it. Like, I need to have more trust in you guys of like, hey, you guys watch. I'll tell you, like, if you ask how I feel, I'll tell you what the bike's doing, but like, don't tell me what's going on it, right? Like, let's just let me ride the bike and you guys change stuff as you feel needs to be changed, you know, and just see where that kind of takes us. And just try to step away from kind of knowing too much sometimes. So, yeah, that's kind of, I think that was kind of after Nashville, we kind of had to just step back and say, hey, let's try to focus on, you know, for me, what I'm doing, me and Brownie, you know, go work on our starts, go work on technique, go work on the motos, go work on what we're struggling with on the weekends and let the other guys take care of the bike. So
yeah, okay.
Jordan, besides just from differences on the bike and the differences of racing a 250 and a 450, what has been some of the differences that you've noticed in just the class itself, the way the race develops, the way racecraft has changed, some of the guys that you're riding with? What are some of the other things that have kind of been stuff that you've noticed?
Yeah, so obviously Supercross is like extremely gnarly, I think, with just, I mean, there was, at times it kind of fluctuated, but there was 15 to 17 guys that were just absolutely ripping, and so it was just, I mean, like a freight train. Like in the 250 class in Supercross, you never have that. You really have like typically, I would say you might start out with 5 or 6 guys that are like really fast, but then by round 2, 3, 4 in the 250 East or West, you have kind of established 2 to 3 guys, right, that are like going to be battling for the podium, or for wins. And in the 450 class, it was just like, dude, if I got a good start, it was like if you got passed by one, it was just an absolute freight train coming behind you. And and then transition to outdoors is kind of like the 250 class. Outdoors is more of like what the 450 class is in Supercross, where it's just like you're in, 15th place and it's just a hornet's nest back there. Where in outdoors, I feel like, especially now at this point in the season, it's a lot easier to get like a 12th or 13th in the 450 class, but harder to get a 5th, like everyone's kind of knows where they're at, I think. And kind of is like the results don't fluctuate that much in the 450 class of like where we're kind of finishing. But also, last week at Southwick, in the first moto, I got a bad start and I was coming through the pack and I got it in behind. I kind of like settled in by myself, and Coop was probably like 6 seconds ahead of me, and I started catching him, got it down to like maybe 3 seconds, and I went off the track. And then my push was kind of over. After that, there wasn't a whole lot of time left in the moto, and just kind of settled in behind him. Then the second moto, on the first lap, I came out right behind Coop, and I passed him on the first lap. And it was like a switch flipped. And he came by me on the first lap. And it was like, that was like the second or third time that I feel like that's happened to me this year, where it's like, I get passed back by someone that I just passed that they're like, no, he shouldn't be in front of me. I'm going to do where if Jet would have passed him, right, he'd have just like followed in behind him, and which I get it. Like, that's how I am too, right? Like, I'm not going to fight Jet for a position. I'm going to try and hop in and learn something from him if I can. But if, someone else that I feel like I should be beating passes me, like, we're all like that. But and then being behind him, I like kind of was right in that like 1 to 3 seconds behind him the whole moto. And after halfway, I gave it a good push and got in pretty close to him. And it was like, we all know that Coop's like one of the smartest racers out there anyways, like the best racecraft. And he was like slowing down over the singles. He knew that I had to follow him and would like roost on the backside. And then in the corners that were like almost blown out, I could just hear him use a little extra clutch to try and go ahead and blow it out. And it was just funny. I'm just sitting behind him. I'm like, yep, he's like one of the best at it.
Crafty.
Well, he's on after you, so now we're gonna definitely ask him that. So
yep, there you go.
Definitely gonna ask
him if it was on purpose, because I feel like it was definitely on purpose. I could smell his clutch.
Jordon Smith tonight, brought to you by Racetech, racetech.com. Get your suspension serviced, and you can also sign up for their suspension seminars and engine seminars coming up in November. Do you have any more like race questions? I have maybe one more, but I have some general questions I want to get to.
Yeah, I do have one more.
Go ahead.
We talked about the team developing, working with the bike. How is that relationship going? Do you see yourself with this brand for a while? Do you like being a part of the Triumph brand?
Yeah, I mean, I love the Triumph brand since I got here. It's been awesome. All the guys over in UK, it's a really cool dynamic to be part of Triumph, because it's just a dynamic that you don't necessarily get at a lot of the other manufacturers, or none of the other manufacturers that I've been to. where, it's obviously Triumph is a big brand, but it's not like a Honda or a Yamaha where, you're never going to meet the owners of Honda or Yamaha or be like at Triumph. It is a very short ladder to the top. And, the owner, like Nick, he comes to the races a couple times a year, like once or twice a year. He was there at A1 last year whenever we got the first podium in Supercross. He was so stoked. It was really, really cool. They're really nice people, like just awesome. Like you feel like you're friends with them, right? So, I don't want to go anywhere else. I don't see myself going anywhere else. We love the area that we live in. It's awesome for the kids and stuff. And my wife loves it. So I want to stay here to the end of my career for sure. So hopefully we can make that happen.
You kind of mentioned stuff going on at Triumph, and we know that Steve Westfall, Scuba, got let go. Austin retired. Styles got let go, and I think we don't know Jalik's future just yet. There's rumors, and then of course we know AP's coming over. Everybody knows that pretty much. But were any of those? Did you feel any of that? Was there any like stuff that was kind of like, man, this is almost interfering with what's going on? This drama, or maybe there wasn't even drama. Maybe it was all smooth. But did it bother anything that you were doing during the week?
Yeah, at the end of the day, I have the job of going to ride my dirt bike as fast as I can, right, on the weekends. And I kind of just kept that in mind. I was really, really close with Scuba. He's a great friend of mine. I've known Scuba for quite a while, and then he was definitely one of the main reasons why I came to Triumph in the first place.
That's what I thought.
And he, we had a lot of great success together. Loved working with him. Was very, very bummed whenever I heard that, that the team was going a different way. So, nothing but respect for Scuba and hope that, he finds something soon and, what he enjoys doing. And that's working for a team, working for the riders, working on dirt bikes. And, so yeah, I was, that one hurt me for sure a little bit. He was my go-to guy, here. So, but like I said, I have a job to do. That's go race dirt bikes. And we have a lot of great people at the team. So, everything's been, going smoothly ever since his departure. And Ivan's kind of stepped into that team manager role, and everything's been going good. So, I wouldn't say it necessarily really affected a whole lot, right? It's still, whenever you get out on the dirt bike, it's you on the track and whatever. So it didn't really affect a whole lot, but it was a bummer for sure.
Yeah, I can imagine. I thought you guys were pretty close, but I wasn't 100% positive. That's kind of why I asked that, to see. Yeah, obviously it'd be a bummer. Okay, I have a couple listener questions. Let's do Jaws896 on Instagram. Do you ever just ride for fun anymore, or is it always only serious? Will you ever go back to Loretta's? So I guess two separate questions.
Yeah, so I talk to people about this all the time. No, we don't. I haven't just rode for fun in a long time. I don't know how long. It's been a long time though. Yeah. But I do, like we did like the other day. So we have a pretty big facility here in Georgia for Triumph, and they have an enduro cross track, which I don't dare touch because I'm not skilled enough at going over boulders like Johnny Walker is. But they have a woods loop, and I grew up racing hair scrambles and GNCCs and stuff. And so we went on it the other day, and it wasn't fully marked, and we got lost on the property, and I almost blew my bike up. But we it was super hot, and we're like in this super tight stuff, barely moving. And but we I'm looking forward to that. Like I do want to go out and ride the trail. Like I enjoy trail riding. Like I would like to go do some like hair scrambles, GNCC stuff. GNCCs are long. I don't know if I want to do 3 hours, but some of the
industry
local
class, 2 hours, industry class.
There we go. There we go. Could do that. Yeah. So I do enjoy it. I haven't, it's just like, it's nonstop work, and it's hard to like, we don't own a dirt bike, right? Like we have our race bikes and our practice bikes, and it's like, you just don't really get that opportunity to go go do much. I'm sure the team would let me if I wanted to, but it's just like you don't really have the itch for it a lot of times either. Going back to Loretta's, I definitely say never say never. I mean, there's a chance that I would. If you asked me probably, I don't know, 6 years ago, I probably would have said no way. But as I get older, I feel like I enjoy it all a little bit more. As I've gotten older, the work that you got to put in, the cycling, the motos, I think it gets a little easier too as you get older. You get that base built up a little more and stuff. I would enjoy going back to Loretta's, but I don't know if I will or not.
Okay.
That'll be to be determined.
Well, since we're there, I looked at your Loretta's results, 2 titles. I think you went 9 or 10 different times. Give me some advice. I'm going for my first time in 3 weeks, man. Plus 50.
Yeah, you're on the same level too.
No, we're definitely not. Definitely not. I'm going to get my ass kicked by Kiefer and Ezra Lusk. I'll be getting lapped by lap 3, but give me some advice.
Yeah, Loretta's is tough, especially. Are you doing only one class?
Yeah, only one. I think that was smart for me.
Yeah,
I won't get smoked.
Well, that's all he made.
There you
Let's
go.
clarify.
That's the tough thing though. I feel like about Loretta's is like the hardest thing for me was especially whenever I got to big bikes and you start dealing with arm pump and stuff like that. Is like you only ride that one time that day.
Yeah.
And so like really got to warm up good. Like even though it's so hot and stuff, like even I don't know if they still have it, but like I used to go and do some starts in the like burnout area or whatever, just to kind of get the feeling on the bike again, instead of like the first time you're going is like for the sight lap and then you're straight into a race. It's like a shell shock to your body a little bit. So and then the track's tight. It's super tight for a big bike. Get a good start, try to find some smooth lines and just stay out of trouble. It gets pretty gnarly and rough. So I feel like Loretta's is one of those tracks where you really have to almost slow down to go faster sometimes.
That's good. I'm really slow. Perfect.
There you go.
Perfect. I can't go fast anyway, Jordan. Okay.
Well, good luck.
Yeah,
good
I appreciate it. Really, for me, I've told everybody the goal was actually just to qualify, and I did that. So at this point, it's all just I'm going for the experience, having fun.
House money.
Bro, you ain't lying. You are not lying. Yeah, it was $1,200 just to enter for the race and to be there for the week. That like for MX Sports, $1,200. Yeah, for one class. Yeah.
Crazy.
All right, so we need to let you go here in a minute. I do want to just real quick the sim racing. How did you get into that? And like, it sounds like you're pretty obsessed because Steve tweeted that he was trying to get you on the show Monday, and I called in and be like, yeah, I got him. He tried to get you and Cooper, and both said no. I got both of you, so I think that makes me the elite show. But yeah, what got you into the sim racing?
I don't know. So I've always kind of like wanted to get into it a little bit, but I have never been like super into cars too much or anything. And I always been a fan of NASCAR, but never like really, I don't know, like never really followed it. I'd always watch the Daytona 500 and then I would catch it whenever it was on, but never really like paid attention close. And I work with Converge Media, and Shane does some of the NASCAR drivers media as well. So last year they had me out to like Ricky Stenhouse had me out to Chicago street course and Talladega. Got to go down in the garages and on pit road, and really enjoyed it. And then in December, I got a sim rig and started driving. Got in touch with Osborne Zacho because he, I remember he used to drive some, and I didn't know if he still did or not. I reached out to him. It's like, hey dude, do you still sim race at all? Like whatever. I just got one. And he's like, I don't do it as much anymore as I used to, but I do. And then, so he gave me some tips, and then he's like, we got this league that goes on Monday nights. We race the O'Reilly cars, and he's like, it's so much fun. Like you should make sure to get your license up to a B by whatever the week of the Daytona 500 was, and we'll do it. So he's got a group of friends, and there's like probably about 5 or 6 of us, and dude, it's so much fun. Like it is so much fun. It's a blast. I mean, I'm like grinding all week on the track, trying to get it down. Cause like they've been playing it for, a few years, and they have the tracks down pretty good. Like it's my first time going to all the tracks and stuff and trying to get them figured out. And it's pretty competitive league as well, and it's a lot of fun. So
sounds like
yeah, I've been super addicted to it, and just it was kind of it was a nice thing for me during the Supercross when I was like so down in the dumps on the racing stuff. Like I was like super hard on myself, and just things were not going how I wanted them to. And that was like a nice release sometimes to just be able to go up there and drive and like be able to be competitive at something, but like the result doesn't really matter, you know?
Right. Does AP do the Monday night thing with you guys? Is he in the same group?
He doesn't, not yet, but I'm going to get him on it. Don't worry.
Nice. Yeah. You guys got to like vlog that. That'd be cool to see.
Yeah. Yeah. So that a lot of they're not all live, but they like the one last night or Monday night, they take donations in the league for broadcast, and it was like broadcasted live on Twitch. So with 2 announcers and everything. So it's pretty legit. It's pretty cool. But yeah. Nice. I know obviously Zacho has one. I have one. AP has one. I think Kenny has one. I think some other racers have one too. Maybe Shimoda, I think I heard, might have one. Like, I think it would be pretty fun to get like, I don't know, like a Pro 4 series or something.
Sure.
And stream it live of all of us like pro racers. Like, how much fun would that be? Like, we would probably have a blast with that too.
Yeah,
to actually like do something that doesn't really matter, but like it's still competitive, you know? It'd probably be pretty cool.
That would be cool.
All right, Jordan. So, okay, 2 things. One, both about the same topic. One was from our chat. They wanted to know if this new hobby or what the interest in the racing and stuff was going to lead to maybe a 4-wheel future. They wanted to know if you would ever do any kind of 4-wheel racing or NASCAR in the future. Was the first part.
Probably not. No, I mean, I could maybe. I mean, it could lead to something in the future, maybe some like local dirt track stuff or something like that. But I don't know. I mean, probably not, but maybe I would enjoy it, but it's expensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then my second part is from my own concern is you're racing full time. You now have a few kids and you're doing this sim racing. What about golf, man? What are we doing with golf?
Dude, that's the thing. It's not looking good for golf. I have only played one time since August of last year.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that was part of the reason that I don't think that was definitely part of the reason why I ended up getting the sim was because whenever I hurt my shoulder, I had nothing to do, you know, like I had nothing to do. I couldn't play golf. And then whenever I could start playing golf, I was right back to racing and kind of tweaked my back riding and so the only time I've played since last August was for the St. Jude tournament before Salt Lake. And I hit it so good that I was like, okay, I'm good for another 6 months. Like, I don't need to play.
Sometimes that break helps.
So like Nate Thrasher and I, we golfed a bunch together over the last few years, and especially whenever I was at Star. And he's a really good golfer. He's like I think he said he's down to like a 5 handicap.
Oh, that's really good.
4 or 5, maybe even low. I think he's like a 4 or 5. But he was like getting a lot better as we were playing, and but he's never beat me. I think we may have tied one time, or he was beating me going into the last hole and he hit his tee shot in the water. But he's never beat me. And
keep it that way.
We're gonna play on the off week after Washougal, is our plan. And I was like, look, you've been grinding. I haven't played. If I beat you, then I'm just not gonna play again until I'm just gonna be like, hey, come back in another 6 months and just see if you're getting any better, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
Did you ever get to a negative index?
Yeah, I got to a plus 0.7 at one point.
Wow.
That was the end of 24, or right as I was leaving Star. I shot a round of 3 under at my home course in Tallahassee. That was my home course in Tallahassee. Pretty tough course. I shot 69. Then I went to Buddy's house in Texas for the SMX, and I played the course that he is a member at. And I shot like I think it was a par 70 or a 71, and I shot a 67 or a 68. And then I went to, then the next weekend it was in Vegas, and we stayed afterwards for Thrasher's bachelor party, and we played there, and I shot a 70 at Valley High, like right at the beginning of the strip. And I made my first hole in one in that round. Wow. And then 3 holes later, it was a par 5, and I hit it to like an inch for a double eagle. Like I almost went hole in one double eagle like 3 holes later. So I made 2 eagles on the back 9 and shot like 2 under, and that just like dropped my handicap a lot with those 3 rounds, like almost back to back to back.
Anytime that happens for me, the alarm goes off about 5 minutes later, and I wake up from my dream.
Yeah. Jordan, I got one more for you. We'll let you go, but before that, I do want to congratulate you. Scotty mentioned your family. Yeah, your son was born in June, just a month ago. So congrats on the newborn.
Yep. Thank you.
But my last question before we wrap this up is Motocross of Nations talks going on. You got to be a little bit in the running, right? We don't know what the team's going to be. We don't know where Eli's going to be. I mean, the guys that are above you in points, guys like Marchbanks, Kawasaki doesn't really go. RJ's already said he's not going to go because he's going to a new team. Have you been approached? Have you thought about it?
No, I haven't actually. No, I haven't. I haven't felt like I've been doing good enough to be in that position, but I would tell you that if I got asked, I would do everything I can to be there. Sure.
Yeah. I mean, when you look at the top Americans in points, we've got Hayden, then Marchbanks. Kawhi's not going. Webb, RJ, he's not going. You.
Well, hey, maybe. You never know. I'm in. If they ask, I'm in.
All right. I mean, Eli is back this week, but yeah, who knows? So yeah, that'd be cool though. It'd be a cool experience to see you go.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be really cool. I was looking at the results like a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, man, I would look pretty good if we didn't have all the foreigners here. Like if it was just Americans, I'd be getting top 5.
Yeah. Go back to where you came from.
Go home.
Yeah. We don't need your con here. All right, Jordan, we kept you long enough, man. Thank you for doing this. I am sorry you didn't get a chance to get in that late model. When you do, please post the video, send me the video. I want to see you hanging that right rear over the cushion, man. That's going to be awesome.
Yes, sir. I will. Sounds good. Well, appreciate you guys having me on. Thank you.
Of course. Have a good night, man.
Yep. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye. That's Jordon Smith tonight, brought to you by Race Tech. Good times. Let's see what we got on time here. Yeah, we got about 15, 20 minutes before we get Coop. Let's do X Brand emails. We got quite a few. And actually, during the emails, I think we're going to pick our Renthal winner.
Cool.
Which, we'll pick the Renthal winner during the X Brand emails, but that's cool. X Brand. With X Brand goggles, vision. I've got to rewrite this.
With X Brand goggles, vision.
See, it's hard. With X Brand goggles, vision is your advantage. Engineered for clarity, comfort, and durability. X Brand goggles keeps your focus sharp through roost, rain, and ruts. Trusted by champions, built for every rider, crystal clear optics, and all-day comfort. Because every second counts, you should visit eksbrand.com. All right, X Brand emails. This one's going to take a moment because we got to pick a winner. So if you guys listened last week, we did a Renthal. We're doing a Renthal giveaway. Chains and Sprocket. I asked for everybody to send in their favorite rider when they first got into moto, first started watching. Tell me a little bit about why. We got a ton of entries. Reach in this hat, pick you one out.
Shake it up.
Well, I mean, they're mixed up, man.
Okay. I just wanted to be a fresh one. I'm not looking.
Okay.
Oh.
Who you got?
It's one of our guys.
Oh, okay.
Garrett Rockley.
Really?
Yep. Lucky dog.
You're going to have to pick again.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
no,
it can't be for 83 Husenberg, Garrett.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So Garrett Rockley, here's his email. What's up, gents? The first guy that was my favorite rider. You know what? I read this one. I was like, I don't even know how to say this dude's last name. I hope he doesn't win. Was Andre Maherb. Maherby?
I've never heard of him.
Yeah. I was 5. Watched him at the 1981 USGP at Carlsbad on my 5th birthday. His helmet was the coolest, and he just looked like a kick-ass gladiator riding his HRC 500 Honda. Later, when I learned who the American riders were, I gravitated towards David, the little Professor Bailey. So smooth, always a killer JT gear setup, and fun to watch. Garrett Rockley, congratulations. You are the winner of the rental. Send me, I know I've got your email before or your address. Send me your address again. We'll get you hooked up. Tell me what bike and what sprocket sizes, all that stuff you want. Get me hooked up with part numbers. I'll get you taken care of. Okay, let's do a couple others real quick. Let's see here. Austin Smith. Hey, guys. Don't want to complain, but rather just let you know I'm not sure if this is on my end or your end, but the last 3 to 4 weeks when I listen on Apple Podcasts, the intro seems to glitch and repeat itself at times. This week wasn't as bad, but typically I end up hearing Cooper Webb introduce himself 2 or 3 times. So I went and looked, and he was right. It is messing up on Apple Pods. It's fine everywhere else.
I haven't had that problem on Android.
Yeah, but you're probably on SoundCloud. It's something to do with Apple Podcast platform.
Shocker.
Has a glitch. So
inferior Apple products. Yeah, I don't get opportunities very often. I'm going to take them.
I should have just not even used that one, but I wanted to, in case anybody else is having that problem, it is not on you. It is on Apple. So I sent an email. Who knows? I
listen, just personally, I listen to all my podcasts on Spotify, and I don't have any problems.
Yeah.
And
I never have any problems. I mean, I do everything on Apple, but I don't listen to our pad. Like no other podcast intro is messing up that I listen to. It's just ours.
Yeah.
But I don't use SoundCloud.
I wonder if it's
much.
A way that you download it or something. I don't.
I mean, it just goes to SoundCloud, and SoundCloud puts it out to everybody else. So
I don't know.
It's the same file. This one came from Vathic, and he was commenting on the top 5 war movies that we did last week. Number 5, The Patriot. 4, Black Hawk Down. 3, The Pianist. 2, Saving Private Ryan. 1, Star Wars: A New Hope, The Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. Honorable mention, the first half of Full Metal Jacket. That sounds very familiar.
Sounds kind of like your list.
Sounds like my the last 2, yeah.
Yeah.
This is from our Discord, so I just screenshot it because I thought it was good. This is from Garrett Rockley, MX Nut. Damn it, Scotty! What the f? You haven't heard of The Great Escape?
Nope.
And he said, Dark Side MX3. We're old, dude. Then he went on to say, can you ask Chris Palm Cone if he is related to Uno Palm? He never got back with me on that. Okay, this one is also from Discord. This is also from Garrett. No more HCR hate, TJ. Your inability to not cry about spicy negates your smack talk. Scotty, you need your man card pulled. Both of you disappointing. Texas boys can't handle some spice.
Yeah. I wish I could. I would love to love spicy stuff.
Yeah.
But I can't do it. Makes me.
Soul 505 responded. This is obviously from weeks ago. I'm literally just got past that bit, effing dying.
Yeah. That was a good one.
Stuff. Shane Bagley, Prado last year and this year has jaded me on Euros coming over. Him blaming the bike, quitting and saying he would win Southwick if he had the right bike kind of hit me the wrong way. Boy, did a little Belgian named Sasha to restore my faith. This dude strapped himself to a rocket, riding full send in Moto 1, wins by 35 seconds, almost wrecking a dozen times. Second moto, starts battling Davies, passes him, and is up double digits when he goes down, breaks his collarbone, and loses goggles on a sand track. He sacks up and pulls back away, winning Moto 2 to go 1-1. That's heart. That's the type of rider I can get behind. He gained a lot of fans. I hope he comes to America next year. Shane, I honestly couldn't have said it any better, buddy. Okay, I'm going to do a couple. How much time we got? Yep, we're good. I'm going to do a couple more of the entries for the rental just because I thought they were pretty good. You okay with that? You got any?
Yeah.
Okay,
nope.
Seth Barker. Good. Sorry, Seth, that you didn't win. Greetings, Mr. G and Mr. T. Guess that's us. You're Mr. T. I pity the fool.
Okay.
When I was first introduced to cycles, Roger DeCoster was the man. However, I didn't own a cycle. Fast forward a couple of years, and I owned a RM100, read a few mags, and lived in Oklahoma. Guy Airtime Cooper was the man after the original, the man. To me, and every Supercross fan, Guy was the people's favorite hero and champ. He was AP before Aaron. I think he might have raced Scott Plessinger at some point. Guy could ride any discipline and was a master. Lastly, he was always great to fans and locals. Again, Seth, I think I mentioned that he was my favorite when I was getting into it, and I agree. I always kind of thought he was like the original Travis Pastrana because he would just jump anything and do crazy stuff. Pretty cool. Big Guy Cooper fan. This came from Anthony Bennett. Dark. First favorite rider was hands down McGrath. Around 95, my dad had a Honda dealer in Florida, and MC was my guy. I have a signed replica jersey in my show studio, background from Orlando 96, and I ran the 15 on my MR50 since that was his 250 rookie number.
That's cool.
Hard to argue, MC. Very, very hard. Luke Mickelson, I'm going to read a little bit of his. His is really long. Dark. For my answer to the giveaway question, I'm going deep. Not just what rider I was drawn to, but how much the sport in general drew me in. I was born in March of 93, and as an infant, I contracted jaundice. A skin condition in newborns where your skin is yellow and you have to stay in the hospital under bright ultraviolet light. It makes it hard for a baby to sleep, and my parents brought me home from the hospital, and I wouldn't sleep. So I'm going to go on, so it's kind of skipping through. My dad decided to turn on a recorder VHS one night. He had a 93 Osaka, Japan Supercross, which was MC's first race on a Honda 250, which he won. And as soon as it came on and I heard the sound of the bikes, instantly stopped crying and was mesmerized. And from that day on, whenever I cried, my parents would turn that on and I would calm right down.
Nice.
There's a lot more to it. He actually became a Ricky Carmichael fan. That was his guy. But that's a really good story. It's just a little too long to read right now, but I did read all of them. I read all of them actually today. Let's see. I'm going to do one more. Wappa Chop. I was going to read yours. Let's skip that one right now because we got a female one. A female listener sent us one.
Cool.
I think that's kind of cool. We got about 10 minutes before we got a coupon. So, Lisa Stutter or Studer. Not sure.
I don't know.
I don't either.
You're not good with names.
If I said it wrong, I apologize. To whom it may concern, that'd be me and Scotty. I wanted to share why Chase Sexton is my favorite dirt bike rider. What stands out most is his incredible speed, smooth riding style, and determination. He makes difficult tracks look effortless while riding against the best riders in the world. His accomplishments, including winning AMA Supercross and Motocross championships, show the amount of hard work and dedication he has put into his career. Do you think this is Lewis? Just Lisa, Lewis?
I didn't make that connection, but maybe.
I admire Chase because he remains humble and professional. He continues to work hard, learns from setbacks, and always comes back ready to compete. His perseverance and positive attitude inspire me to never give up, even when things don't go as planned. She said more, but...
Read it again in a British accent. I'll tell you if it's Lewis or not.
I can't do that. I don't do accents well. So, yeah, could be Lewis, could be Lisa. Hopefully it's Lisa.
Lewis.
And then Vince Pell sent an email. T-Boat USA, top one dumbest thing I ever did on a dirt bike was during a test ride along the side of the road at some farm on an 86 RM250. I clicked third when I saw what looked like a blind landing 5 feet. It ended up being a 5 feet single jump on farm path. He said, to this day, I thank God nothing was on the other side. What an idiot.
Yeah.
We've all done some dumb things, Vince. That one's a little sketchy, buddy. Okay, those are our emails. 10 minutes till. So, yeah, Garrett Rockley, again, congratulations on winning the Renthal setup. Let's do a Renthal read real quick. Since we're doing that, we got a few minutes before we got to get coupon.
Okay.
Why is it missing?
When you think motocross handlebars, you think Renthal. Why? Because Renthal has been the worldwide leader in motorcycle handlebars for over 50 years and racking up 285 U.S. and 268 world titles. Renthal continuously lands on the podium with teams including Honda HRC, Red Bull KTM, Monster Energy, Pro Circuit Kawasaki, and HCB Progressive Suzuki teams. Whether it's the Fat Bar, Twin Wall, or even the OG 7th 8th, Renthal bars are unmatched. Renthal is also ahead of the game with their sprockets and grips. Don't forget, you can now go straight to the source with Renthal.com's new direct-to-consumer shopping for your motorcycle, mountain bike, and street needs. Free shipping on orders $99 and up. Go get yours and visit Renthal.com, RenthalUSA.com today.
Absolutely. And the 661 bars are in. The 995 Twin Wall equivalent's in. So if you're looking for bars, again, $99 and up is free shipping. You can also go check out the Renthal.com /worksfit to put in the bars you're using now and compare them to other bars. So really cool stuff over at Renthal.com. We appreciate them. Appreciate them doing the giveaway for Garrett Rockley. They also have mountain bike stuff, pedals, head stays, all that stuff. So handlebars, tons of great stuff over at Renthal.com. We love those guys. Let's do the FCP giveaway. We have the hat, socks, and T-shirt.
Okay.
We got a few entries in for that. We'll do that real quick. Factory chassis parts. Being nice enough after Chris was on last week.
It is Garrett Rockley. I'm just kidding. It's Tony Speluvda. Tony S.
Sepulveda.
That's
SEPU.
Sepulveda?
Sepulveda?
I don't know. I like Velveeta cheese.
What, Sepultura? The band? Sepultura?
No, okay. No, not. Tony S.
Tony Sepultura.
Tony S.
You are the winner of the factory chassis parts casual wear. So, yeah, hit me up. Email us back with your address. I'll get that stuff shipped out. And
as long as you're in the U.S.
Yes, I believe we said that last week, so he better be.
Yeah,
if not, we'll pick another one. But I do want to update everybody on Tay Bill's hat.
Oh, here we go.
That hat, I got it back like last Thursday.
It came back?
Yeah, it came back because he gave me the wrong address. They tried to deliver it.
Yeah.
So there is a box that clearly has been bounced around all of Australia for the last 4 months. So it's going to be repackaged and reshipped probably Friday.
To the right address?
He has given me a different...
They say that was your fault, but you know.
How would it be my fault when it's...
I don't know.
Me, do I need to scroll through and say where he...
I'm actually with your side on the dark side with this one. Because I think that all you can do is go off of what's given, but there's some debate on it.
Who's debating?
You know how the chat goes.
Well, what do they think should have been done?
I can't remember exactly what it was. Someone said that I don't know. They just like blaming you for stuff, which is fun. Yeah. I like doing that too.
That's fair. I'm looking now, so keep talking for a minute. Oh, here we go. So,
yeah, I mean it's all in fun though. So, I think that it was probably a logistical error on Tay's.
Yeah, I'm trying to find where he told me it was like maybe the wrong.
As long as he gets it eventually. Do you have to pay for it again?
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
That's
it's $140 hat.
They don't like if they don't get it back, they still charge you the shipping.
Huh?
Even though if it gets sent back, they still charge you.
We put an address on there. That's on us. Yeah, I don't know where that message is, and I know he told me like it was something to do with.
Still your fault.
That's fine. I'll take it. Whatever, man. But it's gonna drive me crazy now.
Yeah, we'll just go back another time. Are we gonna do the grow your ass off now, or are we gonna wait?
Hang on, I'm almost there.
Okay.
Yep.
Trying to do a read. But
shit, never mind. We don't really have time for that because we got a coupon in like less than 10 minutes.
Oh.
We can start it. Yeah, we can start it. Go ahead.
Does it take that long usually?
Yeah, go ahead. We'll start it.
Alrighty. Well, if you're looking to grill a savory steak or bake a delicious chicken breast, make the perfect roasted potatoes, or fry bacon for breakfast, Grill Your Ass Off has a seasoning to elevate that experience. Jason Murph is a military veteran and motocross enthusiast, and his line of seasonings and sauces simply can't be beat. On top of being astounding, every product sold helps a true nonprofit or event. Visit grillyourassoff.com and use promo code DarksideMX3 to save 20% on your purchase. You will not be disappointed. Go try it out.
Yeah, you absolutely won't be.
You can get you a box of ass.
I think he deleted it. I think he deleted that text, that message.
Yeah, okay.
It's definitely not in Discord. I can't find it. All right. All right, I got a couple. You want me to go? You want to go?
I can go.
Go ahead.
All right, so I've helped my grandmother a couple of days the last few weeks. She has AT&T. I do not have AT&T, so I'm not 100% familiar with what they do. But anyways, she was trying to get their internet service product, which is like they call it like Internet Air. It's kind of like a Wi-Fi without actually cable or fiber optic. It's like anyways.
Okay.
So she was getting rid of a cable, getting this, adding it to her AT&T bill. We went to the AT&T store last week, got everything hooked up. The guy was super helpful. Everything was great, went smooth. So they sent her like the box that had her little new Wi-Fi Air tower thing in it. It arrived. So yesterday I went and helped her set it up, and you open the box and it's like, hey, it doesn't come with like really instructions or anything. It just says, hey, scan this QR code in order to be able to set it up. So, which is fine. So I scan it, sign in to the AT&T home stuff, get all that set up for her, no problem. But then when it says to scan the QR code on the back of the device to do setup, it doesn't say like it gives really much instruction. It doesn't, and you know, yes, I'm kind of an idiot for not realizing this, but it doesn't say that it needs to be plugged in and turned on. It just says you just open the box, grab the thing, and it says scan the QR code. So it's not recognizing the QR code, and I'm like, okay, this is weird. And it has like a thing that says if you're having trouble, click here. You click that, and number pops up. So we start going. I get on a call, and I'm gonna not do the accent because I want to keep this, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to keep this friendly. But you probably know what kind of accent it was. They start talking.
British?
Yeah, it wasn't British. And they start telling me that like going through the steps, and then like in the middle of it, I realized like, oh, it's not recognizing it because I didn't have it plugged in. So then I'm like, oh, was it not doing this step? Was the reason why this wasn't working is because it wasn't plugged in? Okay, perfect. So go ahead and plug it in and do this. Okay, was it not working because I didn't have it plugged in? Because if that was the case, I'll just plug it in and I can figure it out from there, instead of having to go through this with you and you keep saying, okay, perfect. So we're going to make sure that it's plugged in and blah, blah, blah. He just kept repeating the same thing.
Because he's reading the script.
Yes. And I eventually just hung up on him and I was like, okay, it's because it wasn't plugged in.
Right.
And so, yeah, it was just like, dude, like, can we not just talk as human beings?
No.
Like, no. Okay, perfect, sir. So, yeah. And dude, it was irritating me. You're not listening to what I'm asking you. Was this because of this? Yes. Okay, cool. Click. That's all we needed to do. But yeah, it was very frustrating. But we got it all figured out. It wasn't that hard. Yes, it's all my fault for being stupid, not realizing that it wasn't recognizing the thing because it wasn't plugged in. But it doesn't say to like plug it in and then do the setup. You know, like you would think.
I feel like you should have known that.
But all it says is to scan this QR code and go to this next step. It doesn't say make sure the device is plugged on. Plugged in.
I dislike that they don't really give you paper instructions anymore. Like it's always.
I'm fine with the QR code, but say like
having the paper
have a disclaimer that says make sure the device is plugged in. Like I felt stupid afterwards. Yes, okay, that makes sense. But like it doesn't say that that's the first step is to plug it in.
I hear you.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do all mine as quickly as possible, and then we'll call Coop. My first one, it's a drive-through thing again, kind of.
Okay, of course.
But I'm tired of places I go asking if I want to round up. No. If you want to round up the order, you round it up. McDonald's, who makes $1 billion a year.
Yeah.
If you want to round up to the nearest dollar, you go ahead. Contribute.
Yeah.
Quit asking me if you want me to round up. No.
The messed up part of that is that they've already donated.
Yeah, you've told me this before.
Yes, with anything.
Yeah,
they've already donated that. They're going to do that. They have to have the write off. They're going to do that. Mm-hmm. They just want to guilt trip you into recovering some of their money that they're going to donate either way.
Yeah, I always say no.
They probably don't even donate in half of it. Probably just round it up.
Right. Other one, Lewis, if you're listening or going to be listening tomorrow, I'm a little bummed we haven't got an LVK yet this week.
Oh,
it's a little bit on him, a little bit on Kellen. It sounds like, but. I know
they're on a streak too.
Lewis is a little tired. He traveled. He traveled from Southwick to Vegas, back to the East Coast. He's got to leave again tomorrow. But I'm missing my LVK, guys.
I still haven't finished pulp yet, so I haven't got to that point where I'm wondering where it's at yet.
My last one is anybody that knows me. First of all, they know I complain a lot.
Yep.
I'm busy. I never have time for anything. Blah blah blah. Saturday night, I was like, you know what? I'm not doing shit tomorrow. I have to go to work on Sunday, but I'm usually home by 10. I'm going to sit on that couch, and I'm going to watch a couple movies. Like I wanted to watch Project Hail Mary. I want to get caught up on a couple shows that I haven't got to, right? I'm going to do that. That's what I'm going to do Sunday. This is a couple days ago.
Okay.
So I get up, I go to work, I come home, I make my breakfast, I sit on the couch, I start Project Hail Mary. 5 minutes in, the power goes out. Doesn't come back on until 6 p.m. I am clearly not meant to be able to sit around and relax.
That's brutal, bro.
I was like, okay.
Okay. So what'd you do?
I started one of the generators so that Amber would have a fan, and I just went out in the shop and worked on motorcycles, and I worked in the yard, and I said, this is what I'm meant to do. I'm not allowed to watch movies.
You're not allowed to be lazy. No days off. The red is 2026.
So, no storm, no reason for the power to go off other than, hey.
That is very serendipitous timing.
Yeah, just no reason for the power to go off
F
other
you,
than
Dark.
Screw Jamie.
F you, man. Don't be lazy.
Yeah, all right. Our next guest of the night is on the line. He's going to be brought to you tonight by Guts Racing with gives you grip, control, and confidence. Elevate your ride with Guts Racing seat covers. Cooper just hung up on me. Okay, we're going to try this again.
Probably an accident, I would imagine.
Maybe. Trusted by top pros and everyday riders alike. Designed for the maximum traction and durability, Guts Racing seat covers keep you locked in when the track gets rough and the stakes get high. Visit gutsracing.com. Let them know MotoXpod sent you. Tonight, Guts Racing brings us from the Yamaha Star Racing team, Cooper Webb. What's up, Coop?
What up, Dark Side?
How we doing,
Thanks
man?
for having me, man.
Yeah, thanks for doing this.
All good, man.
We just had Justin Cooper on, and both of you told...
Wrong.
Justin Cooper.
Jordon
Smith.
Yep.
Sorry. We both of you told Mathis no Monday night, and we love that.
Yeah, how's it feel? He usually snakes or vice versa. Yeah. Gets me on, and
he's done.
I was flying Monday, so I missed his, but yeah, we made it Wednesday night.
I love it, man. Thanks for doing this. All right, final pro motocross season. Are we like taking it all in? Are we, I know you didn't love Southwick. It's not your favorite place. You said that on your vlog, but when you're leaving these tracks each week, are you kind of like, all right, man, this is it, last time?
Yeah, no, it's actually been bittersweet, and I've actually I have been enjoying it. I think, like you said, knowing that some of the places that it's my last time, you get a little bummed, and then some have been like, hell yes, can't wait to ever come back here again. But no, it has been. I mean, yeah, and I think even last week, like I actually really enjoy Southwick, but it's just, the hardest one physically, I feel like year after year, and especially this year, it was rough and hot and just gnarly. So, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely bittersweet. Like I said, there is some good tracks on the schedule that I do enjoy. And, I think the fans are one thing, like the outdoor fans are just built different, as we know. Right. So I think, that kind of attitudes and stuff for sure. But no, it's honestly, it's been good. I mean, like anything, I wish the results were a little bit better, but it's stacked field. But other than that, I really have been enjoying it, knowing it's the last, full time doing it. I'm sure I'll sneak in a national here and there, but overall, it's the last time doing the series. And I have my RV, so it's kind of cool. We've been, camping out and going over to the amateur pits and just, really trying to kind of take it all in. So it's actually been really fun.
That's good. That's good to hear, man. And I know you were sick the last couple of weeks, so that probably affected some of the progress you've been making. But you have been getting better. You look better.
Yeah, for sure.
I watched your vlog, and I was like, it's funny. I'm watching your vlog at Southwick. I'm like, God, he's going so fucking fast. But then he's like off the pace of like the Lawrences or whatever. It's like, it's unbelievable the how much the sport is elevated.
Dude, it really is. I mean, and it's, it is crazy. It's those top four right now are on another level, clearly. But I mean, it's honestly crazy. Yeah, it really is. And I mean, we were joking about it, and I've been joking about it. Like the guys I'm battling, even 3, 4, 5 years ago, it's the same guys I've been battling. It's just we're unfortunately going down the ladder, and I don't think we've gotten any worse, right? So it's just progressed a lot. I mean, especially the outdoors, like it's those guys right now at the top are hauling butt, right? And just the way they're doing it effortlessly and efficiently, and just it is impressive. But it can be gut wrenching, like you said, when you feel like you're riding good, and like right now, it's kind of to try to get closer to like 5, and it was trying to get top 10, and then it turned to top 8, and then now it's trying to get into that top 5. So the goals have shifted, but like I said, I do think I've gotten better, and I think that's all I can ask for as a racer and an athlete, and same with the team and just everything, right? As long as I'm putting in the work, and I am enjoying it, but I also am taking it, very seriously. I feel like this is the most consistent and most motos, and even overall, like my head being in it the most in the last 5 or so years for sure. So it's been cool. Like I said, it's definitely tough when you're feel like you tried your butt off, and you're barely in that top 10 some days, but it's stacked, you know, and like I said, I mean, yeah, like I was telling the guys, like I feel like I battled, I think it was 2 races ago, I battled Dylan the whole race, and you know, 5 years ago he was the champ, you know, so
yeah,
it's just it's crazy how many guys, and young, old, everything in between. It is pretty crazy.
So outdoors, you have the 250 outdoor title. I think you have 7 total 250 wins and 1 450 outdoor win. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So say 5 years from now, 10 years from now, when you're looking back, and I remember a couple of years ago, you told me like you were taking the outdoors serious. But if you look, do you think you'll look back and kind of be bummed that it didn't go better? Because I mean, obviously you're talented enough to do this, to win more races. It just, there's been injuries or whatever, and just sometimes it just didn't work out. So do you think you'll be disappointed at all?
I mean, yeah, I do, unfortunately. You know, I think, yeah, I mean, there's definitely years and times where I look back at certain seasons or whatever and just, yeah, I wish, you know, like anything, you would have done this better, this differently. This year I wouldn't have got hurt, stuff like that. And people ask me that, you know, a lot, like, hey, how come it didn't work out? And I say it all the time, like, I truly don't really know, you know, besides now, like, I can say the last, you know, 3 or 4 years, especially that I've done outdoors, like, just the level and the speeds and the commitment of like the really just how fast you're going on the motorcycle, and especially these 450s. I feel like, I don't know if it's tracks getting faster or me having kids or what, but it's just, you know, these guys are smooth and effortless, but their mile an hour is just so fast, you know. And I think even watching Coonan again, like he was an example of that this weekend. Like they're riding the motorcycles, I feel like, to their complete capacity for 35 minutes, you know? So, but yes, to your original question, I do believe I should have had more success outdoors. I do believe like 2020 was a tough one for me. I do think that year I would have had some great results. That was the COVID year, but gelled with the bike. You know, 2019 I won the national, and 2020 I had a great off season. Like that was during COVID, so it was like we had, you know, I think it was 2 months to get ready for outdoors. So I felt super ready, and that was the year we started at Loretta's, and like I believe I qualified first and got second in the first moto of the year, and then tore a nerve in my back in the second moto. So that was a year that I think, you know, and just basing off like Zacho was super strong that year, Marv was super strong, and I was, you know, competing with those guys during the week. So I think that was a year. Had that year gone better, I think I could have gained some traction. 21, you know, at the end of 21, I got some podiums, and then that was basically when I kind of went Supercross only, essentially, you know, after that for a few years. So it's hard, you know. That year in 22, when I did take the summer off, like I was pretty burnt out on racing at that time, looking back. So, you know, it's one of those things where it's like you wish you would have applied yourself more, but at the same time, I do believe in your career, like you got to have those downs or those times to make the ups better, right? Or had I not taken that summer off and found a love for riding dirt bikes again, then maybe I'm still not racing. So, but yeah, I mean, I definitely wish I would have had, you know, a few more wins for sure, and definitely some more podiums. But you know, that's one of those things that you try not to think about, but I mean, it's hard not to, for sure.
Yeah, but then you just look at your 3 Supercross titles and like, yep, I'm good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was kind of going to be part of my question.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. It's cool. It's kind of interesting to see a guy like Cooper and his how much that there kind of is a gap between Supercross level and competition than there is in outdoors. Yeah. We don't see that really with anybody of the other riders. So it's kind of interesting to see that you do have more success in Supercross. But ultimately, the question I was going to ask was, would you trade one of your Supercross championships for an outdoor title?
Oh, for sure. You know,
really?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, one at least. I mean, if I had to choose one or the other, if it was one and that was it, I still think Supercross triumphs it, personally. But no, I do. I think outdoors does, there is something about being a complete rider. And that's the hard thing is I do still think I am a good outdoor rider, right? Like it isn't like I'm bad by any means, but I just haven't had the same success, right? And I think that's well known and well documented. So, yeah, I mean, it does bum me out. But like I said, I think there was a time, obviously on 250s, I had a lot of success in the outdoors, and then even my first 2 years in the 450 class, like I actually had on the Yamaha more success outdoors than I had Supercross at the time. I was clicking off a lot of top fives early on in my 450 career. So, yeah, I think it's one of those, like I said, that, as soon as I kind of switched my focus off of outdoors that year in 22 and 23 and that kind of stuff, I think that was maybe the nail in the coffin as far as like my results, truly coming around in the future.
Yep.
And just in the sense of like, and that's what, when everybody asked me, like, why do you think you fell off a little bit? I just said, when you're not racing, you just lose it, right? Like, I think that's why Supercross, I've been able to stay super competitive is I'm always racing the Supercross. And then, like I said, you take 2 years and then 2024, I was going to race outdoors and I had a UCL on my thumb and missed pretty much that whole season. So, I mean, I think in 3 years I'd raced 4 total outdoors. So you lose it. I mean, unfortunately, that's just the bottom line. Sure. And it's hard to get back. And like I said, I actually feel like my riding this year is very, for me, it's been good and it's gotten better. It's just a deep field right now. And so has everybody else, right? I mean, these younger guys are just so good outdoors. And like I said, when I look at the guys I'm battling, Barsha's, the Dylans, that group I'm kind of in right now, like they've had a lot of success outdoors too. It's just, it's a tough class right now.
Yeah, the new generation's here, Coop. I mean, geez, you're 30, which isn't old, but for our sport, it's at the latter end of the career, really. So yeah, the young kids are just they're you 10 years ago.
Yeah, no doubt. And they're impressive. As we know, we got a lot of talent, and I think even as we're seeing like the Europeans and I mean, shoot, Deegan's like he keeps saying he wants to put America on the podium, but he's right. Like, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 10 years ago, it was Americans nonstop, right? So yeah, I think what just shows we have definitely the best riders in the world.
Yeah, 100%. I don't have a ton of like current riding questions for you. I have some general questions I want to get to, but I do want to ask you about testing at Southwick a couple weeks ago and riding Deeg's bike. And that's kind of an unusual thing to go rent the track like that. And I'm just curious, like how much that actually helped you for this past weekend, how different Hayden's bike was compared to yours. Like, how was that experience of having Southwick for the day?
Yeah, it was. I actually had a blast. Something different, right? Yeah. I think, like you said, it's definitely untraditional, and obviously the team asking them, "Hey, it's about to be y'all's off week. Could we make this happen?" And obviously, it was the Deegans that kind of set it all up, and I was just fortunate enough to kind of be involved, right? So, but it was good. I really enjoyed it. We were supposed to have a 2-day test, and we got rained out the second day, but. I think it was good. I didn't change a whole lot, but I think it was good for Hayden. He's still not in a bad way, but kind of learning what he likes on that 450. Mm-hmm. And not. I don't know. As as a rider, I don't know a whole crazy amount. Like I don't consider myself a test rider, but. I do think just me being on a 450 longer and, some of his questions are just basically like, hey, the 250 did this, why doesn't the 450 or vice versa? Hey, can this be better, or is it just a 450 inertia or what is it type thing? So that's really all I'm doing. I'm not, the boys are coming up with all the settings. Gilly, Rich, all those guys are the one that Jordy are truly in it and making the settings. I think it's just me kind of riding it, him either saying yes or no, or I should say him riding it, him going, hey, that's a direction. Hey, it's not. We get into a window, and then me riding it just to kind of confirm, deny, or say, hey, you know, I think for him, you need to go more this direction or this or that. And our bikes are definitely a little bit different. I believe the Southwick setting he was on, though, is the closest we've been. I believe we're on some similar suspension now. I think we're on the same exact fork setting, everything. He does have a few things on his bike that's different that, you know, he straight up has, you know, there's one of, and he's got it. So, you know, those are some of the things too that when I'm testing, you know, before they know if they want to make 10 more of them, hey, is this a direction or not? So yeah, just kind of stuff like that. But like I said, I think it was more just for him to kind of have some trust, like, hey, this is a setting I like, and me being a fellow racer and been around, and I say yes or no, then it just kind of maybe helps him go, okay, that is a good direction, or same with the team. But yeah, I mean, I think his bike is definitely getting better, and you know, it's like anything, he's going to get better, and he's starting to already ride it a little differently. And but yeah, it was cool. I enjoyed it, being able to go up and, you know, test, and we camped. Same thing. I brought my RV up and we cooked out, and just it was actually a fun trip.
Sounds like it. Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool, unique situation where you get to kind of work with someone like that that's beginning that career, and you've obviously had success. And at your point of the career, in this career, what is something that you are, you know, even though we get older, we get experience, there's still things that we can learn. What's something recently that you've learned maybe about yourself, or what in moto or outside, that has kind of surprised you, or that kind of caught you off guard in a way, maybe?
You saying generally, or just more with the bike, or riding, or
either, whichever way you want to take it.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, so riding right now, I think one of the big things is that we're working on is technique, right? Which I'm stuck in my ways, as we know, and it's hard. But feet, like that's been a big thing for me in this outdoor, is like really trying to get better with my feet, being on the balls of my feet, and then standing more. Like, I'm definitely a guy that tends to maybe sit more than I stand, and just trying to stand more outdoors and kind of build the leg strength, and build the body overall, right? Like, I mean, I think for me, you know, selfishly, I'm using this outdoor series to be better for Supercross next year, right? Like, if I can kind of get the body in a, you know, there's fitness and this and that, but there's nothing that kind of duplicates riding fitness. So I think for me, that's kind of like the goal, right? Is, hey, let's try to work on my feet. Let's work on roll speed, momentum, you know, off the brakes, off the clutch, those kind of things. And then when Supercross rolls around, if I can apply them then to the racing indoors and that kind of stuff, then it's only gonna help me, I think, you know, next year in Supercross. So that's kind of been on the bike what we're learning. But I'd say off the bike is just kind of, you learn every day, you know, and I know it's crazy to say, but I'm really enjoying it at the moment. You know, I think, like everybody says, the older you get, you just learn to appreciate things, and, you know, being around the boys and just riding these different places, and being around some really good group of guys here in our team and personnel wise and stuff. It's just, you start to, you know, you see the years winding down, and I think you just start to kind of cherish those moments a little bit more than maybe you would have before. And yeah, I mean, you kind of start to enjoy the suffer, if you will. And I think that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah,
that's great.
A few more years, it'll be grumpy like Phil.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'll be suffering for a plus 25 title.
Well,
nobody wants to see you coming, man. I'm telling you.
We're gonna get to Loretta's in a second.
Okay.
Before that, Cooper Webb, brought to you tonight by Guts Racing. Like we mentioned, we just had Jordon Smith on, and he was telling us about his Southwick, and how you went by him, or he went by you, and then you were like, nope, and stepped it up and went back by him. And he said, there's been a couple of times this year where I've passed somebody, and I feel like they're like, nope, Jordan's not going by me. Like I'm better than Jordan. Basically, I'm gonna step it up and get back by Jordan. And he wanted us to ask you if that was it, because he said he felt you stepped it up once he went by you.
Nah, I'm just trying to get to the front, bro.
Okay.
Even though it might not last, we're going to the front.
All right.
I got some intensity early, so we're trying to keep it rolling, but no, not so much. I mean, obviously there's guys like, when Jed or Deegs or, like I said, those top guys are coming through, you kind of, at least for me, you don't fight them off too much, and you kind of try to tuck in. But then, I mean, everyone else, you're definitely fighting for position. So, I honestly have been getting him and Harrop kind of confused this year because they're always the same. And, but no, I mean, trying to race hard, and doesn't matter who it is.
Okay. All right. So this is a question I probably won't get a lot out of you. We know you're doing full Supercross for Rick Ware, doing the first round on the Star Bike. After that, who knows? Like, I know what you're doing next year. What can you tell us about your future?
I don't know, man.
Okay.
I'm still racing Yamaha.
All right.
We got the Pro Motocross Series. We got SMX.
Yep.
There's a lot of exciting stuff, but
all right.
I can say that, I'll be racing Supercross for 2 more years, guaranteed, and I'm really excited about that.
All right.
Come ride Top Gun MX.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Well, it's gonna be exciting. I do like you that you're still on Blue Crew. We're teammates for at least a little while longer. So let's do this then.
Teammates
Loretta's
is a stretch,
dude. We're both Blue Crew, bro.
Okay, teammates though.
Blue Crew Nation, baby.
Yeah, Scotty, you stop hating.
Okay, sorry.
Loretta's, man, 3 weeks. My first time ever qualifying. Give me one piece of advice.
Heck yeah. One piece of advice. Whatever you gotta do to not get some arm pump. A big bike at that track is no joke.
Yeah.
So,
well, I am on a 250F, just so you know. So it's still
helps,
a big bike,
helps.
but it's gonna help. Yeah.
I mean, for you or a kid, I would actually tell different. But
okay,
I do think it is all about having fun. With that being said, this is your first time, making it. So I think that's a great achievement. Congrats. I know you've been trying for a while.
Yep. Thank you.
I would still enjoy the week.
Yep.
But I would say overall that the track can be, for my memory, when we raced a national there, and then even going back with Blue Crew, I think it was a few years ago, like, it's tight on a big bike, So I think the flow is important. Like, even when I watch the kids now and those A guys that seem to go fast there, it's like they're barely on the gas. They're just finding some good lines, standing, kind of just, really riding those ruts a certain way, because there's really no place where you can probably leave, at least on a 450 second gear. But if you're on a 250, you're probably not even going to hit fourth gear very much. So looks tight to me on a big bike. So that'd be my advice, is whatever you can do to stay loose.
Okay.
Stay flowing, bro.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I have 2 goals, and you're going to laugh the first one. Like 35th or better, man. That's really I'm barely on the edge of a guy that should qualify for this thing, so I know I'm not going to be top 20. So 35th or better.
Well, I think you'll be surprised if Loretta's is a place that, hell week for some people.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm okay.
If you can just be consistent for 3 motos, they're going to have some bikes, some bodies, yeah. I think, consistency is key.
I'm fine if I do better than that, but anything worse than 35th, I think I'll be a little disappointed. And the other thing is, when Kiefer's going by, when he's lapping me, I'm going to get in his damn way. Ezra Lusk, team Ezra Lusk.
Yogi's racing.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
Right?
Kiefer's screwed.
Yeah. Kiefer told me last night, he called me yesterday. I was actually leaving the track, and he called me and said, Dark, if you hadn't made it, I probably would have just bailed. I wouldn't have went. I'm only going because you made it. I was like, well, we're in it, buddy. So
yes, sir.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome, dude. No, it's I'm sure you've been, obviously, but it's a cool place, as you know. But racing is you're gonna get 3 different motos on 3 different tracks, 3 different elements, and gotta stay off the Coors Lights, bro. It's a hot week.
I'm good there, man. I've been training, Coop. Like I was on a diet, no Cokes, no sweet
There we
tea.
go.
Yeah, I do 20s and 30-minute motos. Obviously not like full out very fast, but I can consistently do my laps for 20 or 30 minutes. I ride in the heat here in East Texas. I think I'm going to be okay minus the ruts. I'm not great in ruts, so that's going to be the struggle. But we'll be all right. We'll be all right.
You gonna run a paddle?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Get used to that. Get used to that.
I've been on that for about 3 or 4 months anyway, so I've been running that. So I'm good, man. Yeah, we're gonna go out, represent Blue Crew at the back of the pack.
Yep.
Team vet, whatever. But all right, let me give you one more question. We're gonna let you go. Let's see. I've got some general ones here. Let's go with this one. Over your career.
Yeah, you're good.
What's that?
You're good.
Okay. Over your career, where do you think in racing you've improved the most? What have you improved the most since day one of your pro career?
Day one?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd say my work ethic. Which sounds weird, but I've always been pretty mentally strong. I mean, that's something that I think I've always been confident, mentally strong. As we know, I think that's one of my strong suits. But my work ethic, especially when I was younger, I wasn't a big fan of training. I mean, I would do it, but I would, I would need some accountability for sure. And there was a lot of days, especially in the 250 class, where I didn't take it super serious. Like I was so confident that my attitude's like, dude, I could do nothing and I'm still going to go win. So why am I training? And then I think that's where the 450 class humbled me for sure. Those first years. And that's where Eldon that's where I learned like true hard work. What it took to really win. Obviously, I had a lot of success as a 250 rider, and I always thought I was fit. And there was plenty of races late that I would pass a lot of guys. So I don't think like heart or suffering ever was an issue for me. But I think the importance of the hard work it takes to win at the 450 level, I didn't have a clue at the beginning of my career, like what it truly took to win a 450 Supercross championship.
Yeah.
So that'd be the biggest thing by far, for sure.
Okay. Well, yeah, if you'll give me a couple more, then I did want to actually meant to ask this earlier. You are one of those guys that we know, you down on the line, talk a little shit, right? We've talked about it before. Talk a little trash to Eli, try to get him fired up. Well, your teammate, Hayden's been doing that a little bit. He had a little shit talking with Jet. Jet kind of got him back. I feel like Jet won that little battle, but do you talk to Hayden about that at all? Like just the mental game of trying to get in somebody's head. Has he talked to you?
No, he knows, right?
Yeah.
He's good at it. Like we don't ever talk about it. I think he's it's just natural for him, and I think he thrives off that, kind of like myself. I think he knows. I've gotten soft lately, man. Jeez, that's what everybody tells me.
Yeah.
So, but no, I mean, he knows how to play, and I think, it's hard. It's one of those, like you said, with Jet. I was surprised. Like you saw at the beginning of the year, Jet wasn't taking the bait. I think now that he has, a small advantage at the moment and stuff, like, and he might forever, but I'm just saying right this second, I think he knows he has the upper hand. So I think he feels pretty confident to talk the talk now. But it's entertaining. I don't care what people say. It's, love them, hate them, either one of them, right? Whatever you're on. I think it's cool. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, even for, I'm racing them all, but I think for a storyline and just, all that, it has been pretty cool. But I think Hayden, as we know, he's been that way for a long time, and I don't think he'll ever change. And he's been trained well in that sense too. He knows when to say it, when not to, all that stuff. I think he kind of can read the room, and but yeah, I'm a fan of it.
Absolutely. All right, last one. biggest misconception of yourself? What do you think people think of you that they're wrong about? Any thoughts?
True. I could be here forever saying some stuff.
Well, I'll tell you, you and I have talked about this before, and I've told you multiple times, like your early years, you know, I didn't like you. I didn't like your attitude. I didn't like the cockiness. But then I got to know you, and I was like, he's not really like that. Like, really. And I tell people that all the time because people still are like, oh, he's too cocky. I'm like, dude, he's not, man. It's head games. He's the nicest guy, like, in real life. It's head games. So that'd be the one I would think of.
No, for sure. I think like anything, like I said, I can, I have a lot of fans that love me. But I definitely have some that, you know, don't maybe agree with what I do, or, you know, I think the biggest one is, that for sure, you know, just my attitude, or, you know, I think like, you know, if you got me away from the track, or if, you know, after the race, you know, I think that's the biggest conception too. Like on race day, you know, I feel like it's very important to lock in, and we're there to do a job, and yeah, it's fun, but when we're there to do our job, that's what matters, is the results. And so I think there's times where, you know, I don't get to portray my true personality on race day, or whether it's interviews, or, you know, on the spot, or even with fans. Like I try to give the fans a lot of time, but, you know, it's still not the same. You're tense, and you're thinking about the track and this and that. So yeah, I think same thing. Everyone that's met me maybe away from the track, or practicing, or, you know, at Top Gun, or these kind of events, or whatever, they all kind of say the same thing. Like, damn, dude, you're pretty laid back. Like, you're nothing what I thought you were. And, which is fine. Like I said, I've made my persona that way. So it is what it is. Doesn't change, or I don't lose any sleep at night at all about it. So, but yeah, I think that, and then, I mean, yeah, there is a lot of, I think, when you talk about rivalries, or like you're talking about Jet and Hayden, you know, I do think 5-6 years ago, like me and Kenny kind of had that same thing going on. And I think there was, hey, you had to choose. And I think even now you have a lot of guys, you know, like you say the same thing. They're like, man, I used to hate you. You know, I was an Eli guy, or I was a Marv guy, or I was a Kenny guy. So like, I just hated you. But yeah, you're not that bad.
Right,
So,
exactly. Yeah, all right, that's good stuff, man.
But yeah, all good.
All right, well, Coop, I'm a forever Cooper Webb fan, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're, you know, again, I've told you we're not really supposed to be. We're supposed to be unbiased. I'm barely media anymore, anyway. So yeah, I'm a Webb fan, man. I've since I got to know you just a little bit, you're my guy.
I love it. Appreciate it.
All right, well, thanks
Keep
for
it
doing
going. Good luck at Loretta's.
Well, I'm going to need it, man, but thank you. It's going to be, like you said, it's going to be fun. And I've done the hard part. I qualified. So now it's just hang out with the Kiefers, have a good time.
You only got to beat 5 people to get to your goal. So
yeah, that's right.
And you already made it further than Steve. So there you go.
Yeah.
Suck it, Steve.
Suck it, Steve. Loser. Thanks, Coop. We appreciate you, buddy.
All right. See you guys.
See you, man. Cooper Webb brought to you tonight by Guts Racing, man. One of my faves.
Yeah, he's good. He's such
stuff.
a good interview.
Can you do the Acherbys read? Do you have it?
Sure can.
I've got it right here if you want it.
I should be able to get right to it. Oh, yep.
Okay.
I got you. From the factory floor to the finish line, this is Acherbys. For over 40 years, we've shaped the look, feel, and protection of motocross. Every curve, every vent, every color is engineered for riders who push the limits. Acherbys plastics and accessories. Hold on, I'm trying to do this. Acherbys plastics and accessories are built for durability, tested in the harshest conditions, and trusted by champions worldwide. Whether you're lining up at the gate or chasing your next ride, Acherbys gives your bike the identity it deserves. Acherbys equals innovation, protection, performance. Visit AcherbysUSA.com. Get yours today. And like I always say every time, holes fit perfectly. It's the best you can buy.
For sure. Yeah, I'll be putting on the new Acherbys plastic kit in about a week. Got the handguards on. No fork lug protectors, but the chain guide, I love that chain guide. It's amazing. So all their stuff's great.
You may not be top 20 in the race, but I feel like your kit and like your setup is going to definitely be like top 10, top 5.
Oh yeah. You guys have seen the gear.
I haven't. I'm just saying, like, I just know what I know that.
You're not in a group
I know that you're getting stuff.
Yeah,
and I just would assume that you're gonna have one of the top 10 kits.
I'm gonna send you. I'm sending you the.
Okay, cool.
The pants real quick, and then I don't have a text.
I knew what was going on the pants.
Yeah. Great radio, guys. Just chill out. You know, I don't know.
Just chill down, dude.
Get some grill your ass out jerky. Just hang tight for a second.
Yeah.
All right.
Get a box of ass.
I just sent you my pants. I haven't seen the jerseys yet. I don't get the jerseys till Loretta's. They're gonna Brad. He's gonna bring them. All right. Let's do T-Boat USA top 5. But yeah, visit Sherby'sUSA.com. Get yourself a plastic kit, all the protections if you want. You know, if you ride off road, get a skid plate. I mean, I guess you obviously run a skid plate riding moto. I just don't. But
that's funny, dude.
All their stuff is great.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, it's good, right?
I like the high vis.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Okay, T-Boat USA top 5. Sometimes you just want to cut loose with your buddies and shred your Yamaha TTR 110 or a Honda CRF 110 or whatever pit bike you have. Regardless of what pit bike you have, T-Boat USA's warehouse has you covered on pit bike parts and accessories. You can find BBR and Pro Taper handlebar kits, even Renthal, D&M shocks, and even full bikes from YCF, Pitster Pro, and Piranha. T-Boat USA has a fully stocked warehouse to fit all your needs. Visit tboatusa.com, order your parts, and go bang some bars with your buddies. That's what it's all about. T-Boat USA Top 5 this week was sent to us by listener Aston Lemoyne. He said, I want to know your top 5 video games. I do think we did something with video games a long time ago.
I don't remember.
But I don't think it was top 5. I think we did maybe top 5 games on your phone, maybe?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. So it doesn't matter.
We'll do it again.
Yep. I don't think we did because when I started going through my list, I don't remember talking about
what
it.
is okay.
Go ahead.
What is yours, like Pac-Man?
Yeah, man.
Tetris?
Space Invaders, Centipede, Pong.
Oh, plus 50 class, man.
Yeah,
you
man.
Catch the fever.
You want to go first? Or you want me to go?
I don't care. Whichever one.
I'll go. All right. My number 1 all time. You're going to laugh. Defender. It was an Atari game.
Okay.
Love that game. Super Mario Brothers, the original.
Yep. Classic.
Now, if I could have a Nintendo, the original, what is it, the NES or whatever?
The original Nintendo.
I would like to have Super Mario Brothers 2 and 3 because I never really got to dive into those games. My buddies had them.
Yeah.
I didn't, and it would be like, okay, yeah, you can have a turn. So I never really got to get into those two, but I think I would love to sit and play.
The old square controllers, or rectangle controllers.
Yes, that's why I can't play modern video games. There's too many freaking
buttons.
You got the toggle ones. What are the joysticks?
Yeah, the triggers,
double triggers.
They make more that have even more that you can like.
Yeah, no, man. Like, give me the Atari with the joystick and one button. That's all I need. You can add a second button. I'm good. It's funny. When I got a Nintendo and my mom couldn't figure it out, I was like, what is wrong with you? And I'm sure that's how people think, like my son now.
Yeah.
Is like, you can't do this? Nope. Can't, buddy.
Yeah,
anyway.
Sure can.
Okay, so Defender and Super Mario Brothers, first 2. MX Unleashed.
Yeah.
Love that game. I put Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Yeah.
SOCOM 2.
I've never played that one.
I like those. That was a PlayStation. I still have my PlayStation 2. That's like the...
You still have one?
Yeah, it's in the other room. That's my most advanced game console.
That's a weird word to describe it.
Well, that was compared to an Atari.
Yeah.
That's as far as I got.
Yeah.
My son Gunnar gave me, I think it was a PlayStation 3. Could have been a 4. What's out now?
A 5.
It might have been a 4. Okay. I turned it on. I put one game in. I think I actually downloaded because you don't even put
disc. Yeah, that's a 4 then.
Which that right away, I'm old. I was like, this is bullshit. Just give me a disc.
No, it's not how it works anymore.
Nope. No memory card. Where's my memory card?
Yeah, you don't need one.
Anyway,
it's all in the cloud, man.
I just couldn't do it. It wasn't for me. Every once in a while.
It's in the cloud that you're yelling at.
Every once in a while, I'll turn on the PS2 and I will play Tiger Woods golf.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
That's really fun. Or I will play, not Vice City, the one after that, San Andreas.
Yeah.
I have all the cheat codes so I can like just fly around all the time and the cops won't chase me.
As far as being able to, of having
that's my list.
More missions and stuff to do, San Andreas was better because I think they took a step back when they went to the newer platforms.
So I beat
but they got back to that.
The missions.
Yeah.
And then it was like, in that game you have hidden little things. Mm-hmm. Like in Vice City there's like hidden money or something.
Yeah.
In San Andreas I think it was diamonds or whatever. I don't know. Whatever you're trying to find. And that was my thing. It's like I just had fun turning the police chasing you off, turning off that I could be killed because I had all the codes.
Oh yeah.
And I would just literally like make in my mind like like when you just break the map into sections.
Yeah.
And I would just search every building trying to find these things. And I still, whatever, 20 years later probably, and I still haven't found them all.
Oh, that's crazy.
Every once in a while I'll turn it on.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. And I did honorable mention. I put Mad Skills 3 on my phone. I love that game. Go ahead.
It's a good list. In fifth, number 5, I have Madden. Lately, I haven't had a console in probably like 7 or 8 years, so I'm a little outdated on most video games. I've heard that the newer series aren't that great, but like when I was a kid, like 02, 03, 04, 05, 06, those were really good. And then I feel like they got really good again in like 15, 16, 17. And then I think they've kind of died off. But okay, so Madden was those.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Call of Duty Black Ops. It's the only one that I
couldn't figure it out.
It was
too many things, too many buttons.
Yeah,
couldn't do it.
Black Ops was fun for me. It was the one that I had that I got the most into. I know a lot of people say that there's other better Call of Duty games. That's just the one that I played the most, played online the most, got the best at. So that's the reason why I like that one the most. Number 3 is Mario Kart, especially Mario Kart 64.
I don't think I've ever played. Maybe,
what?
Maybe once. I tried to download it on my phone because there's an app.
Yeah,
but then you have to sign up and stuff.
It's not as good.
So I just didn't do it.
I had it on 64, or Nintendo 64, and we also have it on a Wii. And like until one of the controllers started really messing up, and I couldn't just replace it with batteries and fix it, me and my fiance would play it like every so often. But we haven't played it in a while. But anyways, yeah, Mario Kart is awesome. 2 is GTA, like 5, 3, 4, Vice City.
I think 3. No, Vice City is the first one I played.
3 was basically the same thing in Vice City. They just like changed the era basically.
The what?
Like the setting. Like it was basically the same thing, but like it just went from current to like the 80s.
Okay.
Pretty similar mappings and basically the same thing.
I just love stealing the fast cars and driving around fast.
Yeah.
Love that.
GTA 5 was cool just because it was so realistic. I liked the story in GTA 5.
I just thought of another one.
It was the last game that I got. Like it was one of the last games that really even did this, where they did a midnight release where like you waited and got it. Like you waited in line at the store and got it. They don't even do that anymore. So that was one of the last ones that they did that with, and so that's why it was cherished for me. And number 1 is MX vs ATV Reflex.
I think I played that one. Does that one have quads?
Yeah, they all did. Well,
not
MX Unleashed.
Yeah.
MX vs ATV Unleashed did.
Okay.
There was Unleashed, then Untamed, and then Reflex.
Yeah, I'm not sure which ones I played.
Reflex is still kind of goated as like one of the best motocross games ever made.
Really? And
it was probably the best I ever got at an individual video game. So that's why I liked it the most. I spent a lot of time on that game.
I want to go back and drop SOCOM for Dave Mira's Freestyle BMX.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
The only problem I had with that game, and it was my own personal problem, is that I didn't have a memory card. I was a kid.
I still have Dave Mira saved on my memory cards that are in the other room.
Like,
I don't have the game
and
anymore.
I loved that game.
Yeah.
But like the whole game was to try to get to different levels. So there was levels on that game that I never got to because I couldn't save my progress.
That sucks.
And sometimes like I would try to keep the PS2 running and like starting in the next day, but then eventually it'd get too hot and I'd have to restart it. But I think like I almost beat it like in a setting. But like it's a lot.
I think I did. It took a long time, and that's the same thing where you got to collect like the letters.
Yeah,
I did all that. Yeah.
Another that's making me think of another one was
Tony Hawk game was good too.
The Tony Hawk Underground. That was the one that had like the real story to it.
Yeah, the one I played had I feel like it was called something else, but it had like the original Tony Hawk game on it also, so you could play the old school version.
Yeah. That might have been one of the Undergrounds.
I don't think it was called Underground. I feel like it was called like, I don't know. But
yeah,
that they're similar though.
Yeah.
Dave Mira, Tony Hawk.
The Dave Mira one was good.
That one's fun. Yeah.
The Camp Woodward, that was cool.
That was so sick.
Yeah.
Made me want to go to Woodward so bad.
Yeah, I know.
One day I was hot shotting for the oil field and I was going to Woodward, Oklahoma. And I thought,
you thought that was it? But
I did, but it's not. Yeah, it's not even in Oklahoma.
No,
but I was like, that's cool. Maybe I'll get to go by there. And I started like trying to research where it was. Like, shit.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Good. use that email form or the contact form on the website, motoxpod.com or motoxpodshow@gmail.com, and you can send us your T-Bolt USA Top 5. We're going to do ETS Pick 1 next, and we're about to wrap this thing up. We'll do FXR Picks. We'll be done. ETS Racing Fuels was forged from the heat of competition nearly 30 years ago by developing purpose-engineered fuel for high-profile teams in highly competitive series. We have been the power behind many podium wins ever since, and teams using ETS Racing Fuels have won more than 50 national and world titles. So visit etsracingfuels.com, find your local distributor. Guys, if you are looking for some of the best race fuel there is to offer, especially if you have like any mods done, second injector, all that stuff, you need the proper fuel, and ETS will get you taken care of. All right, ETS Racing Fuels, pick one. This is sort of a male versus female, man, woman, your spouse type of thing.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a couple situations. You tell me, like in your mind, who's better at that thing, or who you'd rather do that. So, first things first, driving. You or your chick?
Me.
Okay.
Like, this is me, just me and my chick?
Okay, I'm gonna ask you. So I'm gonna stay out of it unless you want me to do it. But I'm gonna ask you first for you specifically, and then in general, what do you think most people think?
Me and men for both.
I would say I'm gonna agree. Same way. Amber would definitely say she's a better driver. She doesn't like. You've seen me drive. She doesn't like how fast I drive, and I stay too close.
Yeah.
I think I'm a better driver. She would say different. I think in general, most people would say men are better drivers.
Yeah.
Okay. Cooking.
In my scenario, me, but in general, well, there's levels to it.
Stereotype is
there's
women,
there's
they
levels.
have to do it more often.
There's levels to it, like cooking for the family, like at home cooking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say women.
Yeah.
But when you get into like the professional world, like as far as chefs go,
men.
It's kind of more men.
I just listened to Dak Shepard, Armchair Expert podcast. Had this. Are you big into that kind of stuff? Do you know?
I mean, I know a little bit. I'm not going to say I'm like a chef.
They had this guy. He had tongue. He's like the chef at the the America's best #1 restaurant for like the last 10 years.
Yeah, he's like a Michelin star chef. That kind of thing.
Yeah. Hang on, I'll tell you his name, and you tell me if you recognize him. It was a really good interview. He had like tongue cancer. Grant Achatz.
I have not heard of that.
Achatz.
I haven't heard of that, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Yeah, he like ran a restaurant called Alina, which I guess is like
I don't know.
Voted
that
the #1
that
restaurant
much.
in America for years. Anyway, really interesting story because he got tongue cancer, and they were almost talking like they were going to have to take his tongue out. He got to where he couldn't taste, which is how are you a chef?
Yeah.
When you can't taste. Anyway, really cool story on podcast Armchair Expert. But anyway, so yeah, and I think that I think I'm a better cook than Amber because she doesn't really cook a lot. But I think in general, if you asked, 100 people, probably 99 would say women overall because they do most of the cooking in general. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Just let me pick
women.
one more.
Women, I will say women are better with coming up with like recipes, like at home.
Yeah.
Like coming up with like quick stuff. Like, hey, I see TikToks and Instagram videos all the time, and it's usually like a woman, and sometimes they have some good stuff that they come up with.
Let's do two more.
Okay.
Assembling furniture. You think that was just easy a given? I think men.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's men. I saw a video the other day. A chick was trying to hang up something on the wall or something, and she had a drill.
Okay.
Drill had like the screw at the end of it, like she was trying to screw something in the wall. Has the drill up against the screw on the wall, and then takes a hammer and starts hitting the back of the drill to hammer it.
Yeah,
hammer
that
it
can't
in.
be real, but just
I think it was.
Okay. Last one. Finances.
Ooh. I'm frugal. Like I don't spend money. Like I try to find a good deal when I spend money. I don't just waste it frivolously.
Yeah.
But like I'm more apt to spend it than she is.
Yeah.
She's very good about saving. Like she saves very well.
I see something I want, I buy it a lot.
Yeah.
Of times.
I spend my money more on experiences than I do things.
Yep.
But I would say when it comes to frugality, I would say maybe
even like paying the bills.
Yeah.
Make sure, I'd say overall, I think women more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's close though.
Yeah. All right. FXR.
You don't have any more?
I mean, I do.
Do one more.
Advice. Giving advice. Relationship advice. Life advice. I think women too, because men a lot of times like shut the fuck up.
But a woman will give a woman advice about a man that she wouldn't follow herself.
I don't even. It's just in general advice. I mean, it could be relationship advice, but it could also be advice for work or advice for your future or whatever.
Yeah, maybe with that, but with relationships, I've noticed that like women will tell another woman to be like, oh, like he's no good. Look at these things that he does. But then that woman would go for the exact same thing in a guy.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I think overall though, women would probably be better advice because I think guys don't care as much, or they're just shallow or whatever.
It's like it's like, oh hey, I went and played golf with so and so today, or went and rode with so and so today. Him and his wife got a divorce. Like, oh, well, what happened? Did they like? Do you know why they got divorced? No, like, how's he doing? He's got a new set of graphics that are pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think women. All right, FXR picks for Millville.
Okay.
FXR is designed by racers for racers with industry-leading fit, finish, and performance. Progression is the name of the game with every new piece created. And at FXR, we push our brand to the next level to provide you with the best products possible. Used by Malcolm Stewart, Garrett Marchbanks, Mike Brown, Brock Tickle, Chris Kiefer, myself. FXR has core motor roots, so you should visit fxrracing.com and get yourself stocked up today. Let's go. You go first. Scotty, what are your picks for 450 podium, Millville?
I'm going to go Hunter.
Okay.
No, I'm going to scratch that.
Alrighty.
Scratch that. Deegs.
Ooh. Okay.
Deegs, Jet, Hunter.
So you went from Hunter winning to Hunter in third.
Yep.
All right. I went Hunter, Jet, Prado.
Okay. Almost threw Tomac in there, but we'll just give it a week.
I wrote Eli Tomac.
Oh, we haven't even really talked about that.
Yeah, I wrote Eli Tomac to win, but more as of a joke, but I did write it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eli's back. What do you think? What do you think he's going to do?
This round, maybe top 5, just depending on where he's at. Apparently on some random photographer that was at a track that he was practicing at, according to her interview with him, he's 100%. So,
oh yeah.
I mean, we haven't heard anything else from him, but
he's quiet, man. Like,
how did you find out that he was coming back? Because like
I saw it on social. Yeah.
Like Tuesday?
I
guess yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. Yeah.
And but like you had no inkling of it before then, though, right?
No, nothing.
It just nobody had heard nothing.
I butt dialed him the other day on accident. I just texted him back. Sorry, that was butt dial. But other than that, no.
When you racing?
Yeah.
Sorry, I texted you the other day by accident. By the way,
it was actually a call.
Sorry, I called you. By the way, when are you coming back?
Yeah.
Oh, Millville. Oh, okay, cool.
Okay. I would say, give me where you think he finishes. Let's do that. Let's go. Where do you think he's going to finish? And then, like, percentage of possibility of him winning.
Okay.
Okay, so where do you think he finishes?
Fourth or fifth behind Prado.
You got to pick one.
I think that top 4 is at another level right now, so I'm going to say fifth.
All right,
fifth overall. I think he might have a moto better than fifth, but I think...
That's fair. I put him fifth.
I think he beats Garrett and RJ and them, but I don't think he's quite... I think he could... It's very... toss-up between him and Prado and Deegs.
Yeah. Okay. No way to figure this out, but just for fun. Percentage of a chance that he actually wins the overall. I'm gonna say 15%. So
okay, I was gonna say 18.
I really wanted to go like 50-50 just to be like crazy,
Moto or the overall?
The overall. Yeah, the overall win.
Yeah, 18%.
Yeah. Because part of me like maybe he is 100%. Maybe he's old Eli.
He could
almost.
You never never know with him.
It sounds ridiculous, right? Like you're an idiot if you say that. But then if he does? So
like he could.
What did you say? 18%?
Yeah.
I don't know how we judge that come Saturday, but sure. I like
but
it.
I mean, well, yeah. I just think the two Lawrence brothers are just too. I think they're too up there right now.
I do hope he comes out and just crushes though. Like like top 3. That'd be sick, dude. If he's back.
Yeah, I think where Hunter and Jet, the level Hunter and Jet are riding right now, is very close, if not better than Tomac's been like ever, like even at his peak. Like I think that level, like
Oh, okay.
I think that they're
yeah.
I think that fastest he's ever been is not much faster than what they're doing right now. So
Again,
to say that he's going to come back off the
sure.
couch older, it's bench racing at its best, I guess. Right. But
all right, that's our answers. I want to thank Cooper Webb, Jordon Smith. Thank Racetech, Yamaha Motor USA, Guts Racing, X Brand Goggles, FXR, ETS Racing Fuels, T-Boat USA, Grill Your Ass Off, a Cherubies, Renthal, and thanks to Chris over at FCP for the casual wear that we're giving away. Yeah, guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching on YouTube. Anything else, Scotty?
I'm good, man.
All right, we are out of here. We will be back next week, Wednesday.
Later, guys.